That's also the Queen's English.
The Quenglish?
Yeah, forgetting the O in inventory.
I guess so. Yeah, it looks alright. I'm going to say it's working. If it doesn't, that's my fault. Let's get rid of shirtless American GI guy. He isn't necessary to this game. So, inventory. Let's do it. What's the problem, Bob?
I think I have my numbers wrong in terms of what things
Oh,
weigh.
yeah, your medkits look about right now, actually.
Yeah, I tried to. Well, but those were first aid kits. What about the med
Oh,
kits?
yeah, the actual medkits that you've got. Let's have a look, and I'll just dig out the Fallout book for that, because I can't be bothered to do GURPS at the moment. Yippity. Cool summer. It's a cool summer. No, I don't need to sing. Nobody needs that.
You're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah, I mean, that's just gonna... I couldn't even sing in tune if I wanted to, Mim, so I don't know how they'd recognize the song.
Oh, people are being demonetized for less
Right,
things
a
than
medical kit, as per, is for £4 each.
Okay, so that's £8 worth of med kit.
Yep.
Is that a first aid kit?
No, first
No,
aid
that's a med
kits
kit.
are more disposable. Med kits are multiple use healing things.
So I have a med kit with 2 uses. That doesn't mean that I have 2 med kits.
Oh, if it's one med kit with 2 uses, then it's £4.
Got it. The uses are important. That's probably why I wrote
it's
it
the
in.
number. Yeah, it's the number of uses that you have remaining, because they have. Hang on. I have to have a look, because I'm basing this on Fallout Tactics more than anything. So let's have a look. I think it was 4 uses each. I could be wrong.
Yeah, the one we found wasn't proper though.
Yeah, you only found a half.
Yeah.
By the way, did you...
I'm still off by £5 though.
Did you get a card for the cattle prod?
No, I think didn't we find that last time?
Yeah, but I'm looking for a card for it.
Oh, they're all organised by type. So cattle prod is in the iron. It's in this selection of impact weaponry.
I'll have a look.
Sorry. So you've got £5 wrong, have you?
I have £5 because you told me £28 is what I have in my bag. But according to these numbers that I have here, I have £23 in the bag.
Could be I added it up wrong. Sewing kit. Did I give that away?
Don't remember.
This will be a GURPSian thing. So let's have a look for a sewing kit. There's probably one in Fallout as well, but, you know, whatever.
Oh, you redid everything. Nice. It has ammo weight.
I'm sorry, what? Yes, I've been a good GM and I've provided you a lot more information.
What does the upside down K mean?
Kopf.
Ah.
For caps.
Also, stop saying that. Like you're a good GM all the time.
Except when he's taken days.
Kit.
Well, he did. Well, Amelia, you took weeks of our lives away from that. So
weeks.
The universe is balanced.
Would it count as a tool, maybe? What is a sewing kit?
See, because I'm pretty sure this kit is not used. I'm pretty sure it's like a tool from D&D. Like an herbalism kit.
Yeah, but I'm going by the Fallout rules of basically every time you use a thing, you're either breaking it or using some of it up.
It's just so far back.
Because it's part of the economy of the Fallout world is that everything is not infinite. i.e. you have to go and find the new shit all the time. And I'm keeping that because it makes sense. But I wish I could find where I can find rope.
That's a lot. That's way grayer than I thought. Wow.
Tools. No, I've looked in tools.
Ice gray. Yeah.
It won't be in weapons. PQRS. God damn it. I can't find... Oh, don't do this to me now.
Well, for right now, we can just put it as, I don't know, 1.
I'm wondering if it's one of the items I've had on my, Nope. Ah, there we go. Personal sewing kit. I have found it. It's from my loot tables. And it currently has no weight. So, I will liken it to the tool of that. So, call it 0.5. It's insignificant in the long state of things.
Mm-hmm.
Rage,
Hello, Amelia.
when you generate enemies,
Yes,
do they have a set ammo amount or do they just have unlimited ammo?
they have a set ammo amount.
Okay.
And then I do count out how much they use when fighting you, and then you get whatever they don't use.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to say,
yeah, but
looking at it, his monster thing is so awesome. It's really good. Sorry.
Also, that they can potentially run out of ammo.
Yes, it does have that potential.
All right. Then that some tactics become viable for, tactical and RP purposes when fighting.
Hunkering down, hoping you don't die. Let's see.
That's one way of looking at it, but I'm thinking other things.
Do tell. Curious.
Well,
Okay,
the rat poison is also a half, if you care. So between the sewing kit and the rat poison, that's £1, basically, between those two things.
if I let Quinn draw attention and bunker down,
The mentats are irrelevant.
Like
They
that.
don't have a weight. They're just a thing. The natural poison, call it £1 for up to carrying 5 of those. £1 for each 5 of them.
I'm gonna look at the combat cards.
Oh, the combat cards haven't changed. It's just
Oh.
the weapons armor.
Okay.
So right now, all right. So 4, 3.
Nim had upgraded my armor. Leon did.
Also, I don't know how much ammunition you had for the other stuff, so I haven't actually put the ammo on. Because I know you had other ammunitions in your stash list that I haven't seen.
Six times weight, or 6 times carry weight is encumbrance 3, right?
Oh, I've forgotten how this works. You've asked a question. It goes up in weird boundaries. I know that. Hang on.
Rats.
So, what's your strength?
9. I think that gives
No.
me 16 by default.
So 16 for your basic, which is at no encumbrance. 32 for light encumbrance. 48 for medium encumbrance. And then 96 for heavy encumbrance.
Yeah, up to 96, right?
Yeah, up to those boundaries. Yeah.
Above 96 is encumbrance 4.
So hang on. So at 16, no, at 32 you would get light encumbrance. At 48
Wait.
and above, you would be medium encumbrance.
I
And
thought after 16 I already get light encumbrance.
let me just make sure I'm reading this correctly. Encumbrance, yada yada yada. Your total carry weight, strength, blah 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 blah. No encumbrance. Weight up to your basic lift. Oh, it is up to. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you were right.
So after 16 it's encumbrance 1. What you call light, I guess.
Yeah, 1, and then up.
After 32 it's medium, so 2.
Yeah.
And then there was you said something about 48?
48 is the next step, basically. That's where you hit.
Shit.
This is all in the GURPS handbook, by the way.
Yeah. Hang on, let me have a look.
Page 17.
So I'm at 24 of 16
Basic sets.
based on these
17
numbers
you
we have.
said.
Yeah, 16 or 17. Sorry, Frosto, what did you say?
I have a total of 24 pounds with everything that I have, including bag and all of that.
Is that including your armor, which is £10?
That is not including the armor, so there's 34. Got it. So that is an encumbrance of at least 2, I think.
You've also got 9 strength, haven't you?
Yes.
Hang on, I've just found a snagged string coming out of my t-shirt, which I'm now going to get rid of before I pull it. So you're 32, which puts you firmly at, I guess it's up to, so you're light, but like properly on the cusp. If you pick anything else up, then you go up to the next level.
No, it's 34.
For strength 9, it's 32.
Oh, 32. But I'm at 34.
Oh, you're at. Oh, right. Sorry, I misheard. In which case, yeah, you've gone over to encumbrance 2 then. But without your bag, you immediately drop to no encumbrance.
Yeah, because then it becomes 10. My armor is all of that I have on that.
Yeah.
Armor be heavy, yo.
Not as heavy as yours, Mr. Metal Armor Man.
well, having a strength of 11 helps.
Yeah, that helps a lot, probably.
It's actually quite significant. So, with 11 strength, your boundaries are 24, as per your sheet. So you're nearly twice as strong as the others without thinking about it.
You're 50% stronger.
Well, it's like he's a metal worker. He works with metal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But then your boundaries are 48 and 72 and 144 if you want to go to 3rd level. So that's massive amounts.
So how much is the weight of my two companions?
Well, you could carry everything that Frosty is carrying.
No. Would I be able to pick up Frosty or pick up Vulcan and pick up?
Well, I guess he's probably I don't know, 140 pounds on his own. How heavy is an old man these days?
Again, because in my head, Vulcan is like this skinny
Professor Farnsworth.
Yeah, let me average body weight for So for someone in your age range. Oh, I ate far too. I haven't got any information on this nonsense.
Again, it was just a stupid question. It's not like it's.
Yeah, about £140. I was right, and I guessed.
You'd be smart.
No, I just absolutely guessed. So £140 plus his bag. You're looking at what's that? 170 something pounds. You could legit lift him up. You would struggle to do so, but you could legit lift him up with his bag.
Cool. So I could. So okay, it's because I was thinking like in an emergency,
just carry the old man away.
Well, it's just like taking them like if they're like injured or something like and like they can't hold on to all their stuff like in a combat. Could I legit pick up Ruby and Vulcan carrying like their armor and maybe a
I don't know.
No,
That's gonna
you could not.
be that's gonna be
because it would be one under each arm. That's humans aren't like dumbbells. You could do one in a fireman's, I would say, like logistically.
Yeah, that's true.
So
carrying bodies sucks.
I will say even within rules as written, you would be going beyond the extra heavy encumbrance, which you're looking at superhuman feat basically.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that Leon would be able to. I'm just again in a pinch. I was just wondering.
Unlikely.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
that's all.
Let's get back to are we happy with what we're carrying and blah 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 and all that nonsense?
I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm not missing anything.
What's the robot's carry weight again?
Pizza boxes. I've forgotten.
Oh, hang on.
It was many pounds.
45, isn't it?
No, that's how much room he had in his boxes, I think.
No, that's 50.
Was it? Oh, right.
But he also has an external carry capacity. And well, my Excel says 45, but let me grab because I have that thing open anyway. Strength. Yeah, 45 is for strength 15.
Oh, that's his basic carry then.
Yeah, that's his basic carry.
Yeah, that's before he. Yeah, so 45 before he even thinks about it, and then storage boxes as well.
Yeah. All right. Hang on. That allows me to carry some more stuff. I'm modifying my Excel sheet so it's a bit more clear.
Yeah, as long as you know what's being carried where, the minutiae of it are down to you.
I have to move a lot of things from Ruby because she's way too heavy. She's like 5.75 times her basic carry right now.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, I had wondered about all the stuff you've been picking up.
Yeah, because the last time the weight of the cells changed.
Oh yeah.
Didn't change. I had them wrong. So she's way heavier than she should be. And I need to move some things around.
Cool, no worries. Well, by the notes, we've done all the day preparation. So we've done food, we've done wood. Leon had a nightmare by looks of it.
Yes.
So,
yeah, I think I botched both of them, to be honest. Or no, that was the night before.
Either way, that was done, so we can get on with the new day.
Yes.
So I've already got the day ready.
Rage?
Hello.
What's the rounding function in Excel? Do you know that out of your head, or do I have to look that up?
I can tell you exactly which kind of rounding function.
Rounding just a floating point number.
Yeah, do you want it to be rounded up or down? Because that's syntax. Or just rounded to a decimal point, or
rounded to a decimal point of like 2 or something.
Okay, well, if you just do equals round the number in question or the cell reference in question, and then comma 0 or number of decimal places they want after the comma.
I think I got it.
Or you
Oh, yeah,
can
the thing
use
says what it is.
mround, which will allow you to define what the rounding format is.
Round works perfect. Thank you.
Okie dokie. And that's true rounding, so it'll work at, 0.5 up, down, etc. Anyway.
Yep, it works perfectly. So Quinn's basic carry, he's carrying times 2.04, so he's also... Wait, that makes no sense. He's only carrying... Oh, I see. I did something wrong. Sorry.
Oops. Robot be
Don't say
carrying too
sorry,
much?
It's your
No,
robot.
I'm using... I forgot to copy the sum of his inventory. He was using rubies.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's got like
He's only
toolboxes and shit, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he's 1.11, so he's fine.
Okay.
But I guess that puts him at encumbrance 1. Yeah, it does.
Is that going to
That's
be his
fine.
permanent state? So, because obviously for him you have to like take things in and out and like just like where you keep it, or is that going to be his
No.
natural form?
It will reduce as soon as I use that machine gun. Then he will go to no encumbrance.
Right. Okay. Well,
But
just for purposes of like being, slow or caught by things.
Yeah, when he's just default, just when we're just walking, he's encumbrance 1.
So he's encumbrance 1, which is the most
Yep.
important thing, because I think aside from Vulcan, in fact, Vulcan might still be the slowest. Move 4 with a standard encumbrance of 2. It's got to be pretty bad.
Yeah, this thing says that your speed isn't reduced until you are... Oh no, it is at light encumbrance. Ah. Movement times 0.8.
Yeah, each stage is adjustment, basically.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that does mean that it puts Quinn at like 3.2 movement speed or something.
Yeah, that's alright. We can worry about it when it gets down to the nitty-gritty.
But Ruby's at 3 anyway, so it doesn't matter. He's still faster than Ruby.
Oh, right, okay.
Or at least... Hang on. Her armor is so heavy.
Yeah, armor be heavy, yo. I
It
will
also
say...
reduces your dodge.
Yeah, I've put on there now the adjustments that need to be paid attention to, because it's always been there, I've just never put it on the frickin' card. In fact, I haven't done your makeshift heavy armor for some reason.
Mim, that looks awesome. With the colors.
Oh, I was actually about to take a picture because I think it's done because I kind of like the like the simple coloring of it. So let me just grab it.
Here, there's one of those for you to replace your existing one.
Also, like Amelia, like all of our characters have like glowing eyes, anyways. So.
Gonna add the +1 AC.
Yeah, make sure you put all the right details and blah blah blah. So.
And that's from a Leon mod. There we go. And you can have one.
Oh wait.
The old one can just be deleted. It's unimportant for the long.
Don't know if I can delete things though.
I'll get rid of it. As long as you've got the right armor card, that's what I care about. Cool. So, today, March 8th, 2146. It's going to be chilly for the at least for the morning and evening, because overnight temps have hit -2. There's a cold front come over.
Chilly.
So going out late or early will require endurance checks against hypothermia. But it is not snowing, although there is some settled snow outside from yesterday. And again, the average temperatures today are going to be quite forgiving when it's middle of the day. And let's get some. I'm going to press a button now to see how the day goes for you guys. Okie dokie. There we go. The day exists. What do you want to do?
Of 6. Moment. I'm moving microfusion cells to the storage pile because too heavy.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. Let's do something naughty.
Unzips.
So, at 22 karma points by my counting.
Whatever was on the thing when I said, yeah.
Was it still 20 to raise a special? That's awesome.
According to the GURPSian rules, I can't stop you.
Okay.
As long as it's not one you bought previously, because...
yeah, like less.
Yeah,
Or luck.
Can't let you just stack.
I think luck wasn't one we could purchase.
Yeah, you can't do luck.
Yeah, you can't purchase
That's
luck.
the only one.
What is it you're increasing there?
Now, we did also discuss the increasement. With the new changes, is it still better for me to do perception over intelligence if I had to choose? You and I had a discussion. You're like, perception would actually alter
buckets.
like this stat, this one, this one, this one.
Hang on. I've forgotten what work we are. So your intelligence is currently... Oh, yeah, you're kind of stacked on both, aren't you?
Yeah. So you were like, in terms of cost and whatnot, you recommended that I take perception
Let me just
over
have
intelligence.
a look at the book. So, Vulcan. Buying stats. So, perception is over here. I'll tell you what, let me just... I remember how I checked this last time as well. I checked because of copying this and pasting it as an image so I could compare the images. First, and then change the perception, which does all the maths. Copy that again, paste it over, and then undo that and put it into intelligence instead. And do the same. Right. So, your intelligence doesn't look like a good investment right now.
Even towards the skills that I'm looking for, which would be anything to help doctor, first aid.
Yeah, I know what you're aiming at. I know exactly
Okay.
what you're... I've already taken into consideration. 9 versus... have I done this right? Am I checking this correctly?
Time to add.
I'm wondering... if you might be locked because of the maths of it. Oops. Now that is confusing. At the moment, No matter how I adjust your intelligence and perception in a GURPS edition, they're not altering your stats.
So I would spend a point and have nothing improve.
That seems a bit
odd.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm trying to investigate why this is happening. So, let me choose a perception-based skill. So, what's perception-based? Anyone? Traps? Is that perception?
Natural.
Outdoorsman.
Outdoorsman.
Oh yeah, outdoorsman. You're absolutely right. Outdoorsman is perception.
That's pertinent to me as well.
That is a good stat to keep track of to make sure that works. Outdoorsman.
Oh no, it's definitely okay. That one is definitely changing. But if you get perception from GURPS, that is literally the only one you're changing.
Oh. 15. It would go from 14 to 15.
Yeah. I've just rechecked. IQ is far more valuable. It does have a far greater impact on your overall stats. Like, ridiculous.
All right then. Vulcan has been philosophizing.
Philosophizing. He's become GURPS intelligent, has he?
Well,
yes.
all that wheat must do something for his philosophies.
So
is that a 20-point thing?
That should be a 20-point thing. He has been playing chess with Frank. Everyone just kind of sees him moving these little pebbles.
Yeah, just pushing pebbles around the floor.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a 20-pointer. Ooh, I mean, yeah, yeah, I can't not. So, I shall add a point there. Do you want me to read out the adjustments?
Yes, let me just switch intelligence up to 15. All right. Start at the top.
It begins with... Ah, that is a shame. It begins with traps, unfortunately.
Oh, no first aid doctor.
Nope.
What's first aid doctor on?
It's because of their reliance on a dual... Basically, they rely on perception and intelligence from Fallout. And because of that, the point spent in GURPS is only 0.75 of a, like...
So when I get the next 20 and I hit perception, then they'll go up.
Yeah.
Too. Okay.
But for now, the first upgrade you get is... I'll just double check. There's actually... I was wrong. The first one is lockpick.
Okay.
Pick goes up.
These are all just 1 point increases.
Yeah.
Okay.
Traps and science go up. And gamble goes up. Gamble?
Gamble? Intelligent gambling? I guess with cards you can...
It goes up according to this, so...
All right.
Well, it's more a case of like you're playing the odds in your head, and that would be an intelligence feat. Or a wisdom feat, depending on how much you've been gambling.
Specialties?
Well, all your specialties, obviously, they're based on the core skills anyway. So they're just... If your core goes up by 1 point, they also gain that point for the fact.
Okay, so... All right.
But it's...
I don't think any of them went up. No, science, chemistry. And I believe that was it, because it was gamble, traps, lockpick.
Lockpick. So yeah, none of your specialties have knock-on points there.
Except for chemistry.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
yeah.
But you're now a beast at chemistry then.
Fuck's sake.
What is chemistry at?
A +3.
Damn. I think.
Can you delete this skill list note card?
Oh yeah.
I would say just delete the text and keep it.
I like this one, mad as fuck.
I have the mad as fuck one on there. I check it every now and then. It has writing on
it. Yeah.
I like the fact that you have math skills like +3 in your chemistry. I have a +4 in scrap salvage, but mine has taken a massive nerf that it's now based on outdoorsman, which is.
It is the way.
Unfortunately, this is the way. To simplify, there had to be concessions.
Yeah, and again,
I have bad news though.
What
I'm
is?
better at chemistry than, or Ruby's better at chemistry than.
You are?
Vulcan, yeah.
Well, yeah. Vulcan's chemistry knowledge is very particular. Like, at least how I plan on playing him. He's not going to know, like...
Oh yeah, you actually have a better core science skill. Ooh.
So, like, his is all going to be towards making drugs. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
You can make explosives and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, he doesn't do the acid and bases stuff. He just does acid.
I just do the acid, yeah.
Yeah, you just do the acid. Exactly.
All right, well, now that took a substantial amount of time for us to figure out.
Actually, it didn't take that long, I don't think. that went quite well.
It's all sorted. Vulcan's like, why is my back hurt? Oh, yeah, this fucking backpack is heavy as shit.
Yeah.
Rich.
Hello.
How much does strength cost to upgrade?
That's a 20-pointer.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's a 20-pointer.
What? Oh, wait, what's it based off of? I thought it was intelligence and perception were that go fuck yourself ones.
Well, the thing is, strength is important because in GURPS it gives you hit points. Oh no, gee, oh!
It should be 10.
Oh, 10! He's right, it's 10!
Agility is also 20, which I'm really...
No.
I'm so annoyed.
Yeah, it's Dex, it's the big one. Oh, look at that.
Dex and intelligence are the big ones.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, what, has Ruby been hitting the push-ups, pull-ups?
No, she's carrying too much shit.
Oh, she's carrying a bunch of shit. Well, no, that's
it to be a useful inventory.
An excuse for her to level up her strength.
Oh, that would be maybe from hauling around a machine gun when she's
just PKM everywhere.
Just for, like, role play purposes.
That thing's heavy as hell. Like 15 pounds. Where is it? Robots, you hide in my machine gun. Oh, here. It weighs 20.
It is a heavy machine gun.
In the name. It's be heavy. Clues in the name.
Anywho. So yeah, what are we doing? I don't know what day it is, but then neither do your characters.
I thought we were still, we were going to pack up our stuff and leave. That was the...
There was discussion, but I remember you said that you needed to do some stuff in preparation for that. I can't remember exactly what, because my mind is terrible.
Yeah, right now I can't really remember what I... Okay, let's see. Well, the fact that Leon is still a bit saddened about having to leave all this stuff. But it's for the greater good.
Oh, great, oh, good.
I might have found a problem. Or I have a question at least. Rage?
Hello.
The ammo for the PKM
Yes.
says it's only 2.8 lbs.
Mm-hmm.
That correct?
Yep.
Is that like a box of ammo, or how much
It's a belt of I want to say 50. Let me check my ammo capacity. 50.
Okay, well I have to modify this a bit, because that becomes a lot lighter then.
Incidentally, the weight shown on the card is the loaded weight. So it
Oh,
costs...
that's with ammo.
Yeah, it's £20 considering that you have ammo in it, basically.
But, hang on, that means the laser pistol weighs nothing.
Yeah, it's basically just a focusing crystal with a trigger.
Yeah, but the ammo weighs like literally nothing, because the
Alright.
ammo is 3 lbs and the gun itself is 3 lbs.
Let me check, see if I got... Hang on. Laser pistols. Oh, there we go. So, ammo... Small cell, yep. Weight... a Watts laser pistol is 3 lbs.
But that's the weight of an energy cell.
I don't know what to respond to that, because I'm dealing with numbers that I've dug out of books.
Okay. Well, that does actually mean that I get to carry a free energy cell, effectively. In terms of weight.
I shall refer to my book of Fallout words. Lasers. Lasers. Where's my laser guns at? Laser, 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 laser.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
And also look at the thing in the bottom if you wanna.
Oh, piss on sticks.
Oh, something's going on.
No, you've just highlighted something. The weight of a loaded Watts 1600 laser pistol is £7.
Ah, drat. So it weighs 4 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
I will double check that, because that seems fucking heavy.
Is it though? How much does an SMG weigh?
Well, according to this, a plasma pistol weighs £8, which that seems extraordinarily heavy.
But is that also loaded?
Well, yeah, that would be its loaded weight, I presume.
Here's a Scorpion. That weighs 4. But the ammo for it weighs almost nothing, so... Yeah.
The Watts
This pistol weighs 5.
laser pistol.
That's kind of cool.
No. Yeah, it says here, Watts laser pistol on its own, £4. And then the cell is £3, so therefore, add those two together. Oh, well. Okay then. In which case my card needs updating, but never mind.
Alright. Damn those energy cells being so heavy.
Yeah.
They're like an energy cell is heavier than 50 machine gun bullets. By a lot. Or by a lot, actually, just a bit. It's 0.2 pounds heavier than 50 machine gun.
And yet everywhere I'm looking says the same. £3 for a small energy cell. Oh, those crazy future batteries. Yeah, so, sorry, yeah, that card needs to be, updateified. I shall do so.
Kitchen builder, fair enough.
Anyway, now that we've solved the
Right.
problem of the infinite laser pistols...
Yeah. She can only carry 3 reloads. Oh, that sucks. Do we now have it so where the ammo amounts are the same for every weapon, or are they still...
if you swap weapon to weapon, I'll have to look, because some weapons, so like things like some of the revolvers, for instance, have a very low ammo cap, where you might be swapping their ammo into something like a hunting rifle, which has a like nearly double the ammo cap, basically. So I might have to revise when you try and swap weapon between weapons. But
Okay, do
depending
they
on
have...
how that works out, it may or may not that I just hand wavium some of it.
Well, I need your help then, because I'm gonna throw 5 reloads for the small energy pistol on the pile. And I would like to throw them on the other pile of small energy cells that came with the electrified cattle prod.
Ah, okay, right, yeah. Right, let's go to the weapons. So you're taking... What's the rate of fire for the thing that you're taking from?
Huh?
Oh yeah, we've now got the new rate of...
+1?
Yeah, rate of fire is now just the modifier for the thing, rather than working out. That's what it is on the card.
Okay.
But that puts you in the 11 range, I think it is. What's the mod number?
+1.
Ammo weight is 3. Modeling, so what's the details of the cattle prod?
Oof, that was in one of these piles. Hang on. Give me this one. +0.
Right. And the mod?
+2. I'll take it out, actually.
So, for the sake of it, I mean, bearing decimals, it's basically just a 1-to-1. Small energy cells have a bad transference, basically.
Okay. Well, it's just so they're on the storage and they're on the same pile, so I don't have to keep track of multiple piles of small energy cells.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
But
dumping 5 of them on there, so that's 8 of them now.
I'm moderately sure that's going to be the same for pretty much all small energy weapons.
Okay.
But I have no way of checking that aside from going through each and every comparative of small energy weapons. But in this case, 1-to-1, so you can pull one out of there and put it in there, and it works.
So are those energy weapons really that annoying to use in the old Fallouts?
I will say I tended to use traditional guns a lot in Fallout 2.
Okay, but why was that?
Ammo availability most of the time.
Yeah,
I,
but I mean in terms of weight, was that
uh,
any factor?
the thing is, when you finally really got to use energy weapons, a lot of the time that was just around the time you got power armor as well. And so all of a sudden your carry capacity was just like, yes, you can carry the moon. So carrying around like 4 or 5 microfusion cells was basically, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
But it's been quite a long time since I played the game. All I can remember is that I used to favour traditional weaponry.
Hmm.
Any other administrative things to take care of?
No, that's it.
Cool. In which case, actually that's a good... I'm going to revise my ammo exchanger so it just uses the item name and I can just put in the item names, it'll tell me. That will be much quicker. So, let's get back on to March 8th, was it?
Yep.
Vulcan wakes up being smart as fuck. What do you guys get up to?
Let's see, what was I doing?
Recently there was the finishing of the cable, the robot chase, and you were working on your mod site.
Oh, did you reset at any point? Because it's not on my thingy anymore. I had modified this. I remember adding dashes to it and everything because it got too
I haven't
small.
changed anything, but if I've accidentally loaded something,
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't changed. I don't touch any player note cards or things like that.
There. Trying to remember if she... Oh, there was that other thing. Hang on. Where's my own log? All right. Well, when Ruby wakes up, she attempts to brush her hair.
With your fancy hairbrush.
With
Yes.
a fancy hairbrush.
Well, it's actually in good condition, that hairbrush, so yeah, you...
Well, yeah, but her hair from not brushing it in a while is probably not in a good condition.
Probably not, so it's probably a little bit of effort to
That's a struggle.
to actually like enjoy the process, getting through the knots.
She also has no mirror, so...
Yeah, it's just like tugging away at your hair.
Yeah. And when she's done with that, she's going to attempt to invent that battery backpack again.
Oh yeah, let me get the roll on for that. That's a simple thing you can do. Oh, let me roll 3 dice for that. Dun dun dun! I need to do a thing. You've had an idea. Let me check my OneNote, but I think...
As long as it's not One Piece, then we'll be stuck here for like 20 years.
Or it could be the OneNote to change them all.
The OneNote to change them all, yes. Cool, so... I need to find... I know this is giving away the secrecy of it, but I'm looking something up in the GURPS book, because something happened that you are completely unaware of, because I've not given anything away.
No worries. I'll power myself a drink.
Can you roll?
I can roll.
With the boys? Nice.
Now bear in mind that you are currently building your site, and you won't be able to dedicate to 2 things at the same time, so basically you'll have to tell me what you're working on.
Well, most importantly, what she wants for the backpack is an idea of what it's going to be and a list of parts that she needs for it.
Well, you've managed to get those notes down.
Okay.
And it's going to take you... long task. Long task, apparently. And this is going to be doubled because of your meticulous disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Give
Sometimes
me 1 dice roll.
A 1 dice roll.
A 1 dice roll.
4.
In which case, double that. This will take you 8 days to complete.
Okay.
Bearing in mind if you have the stuff to do it, but this is the prototyping stage. So, do you
But
have stuff, what you can throw into it?
Yeah, which she probably doesn't.
Well, actually, no, it's going to take you, sorry, it won't take you 8 days, it will take you 4 days. Yes. Because I'd read the flicking thing wrong. Yeah, 4 days. And then you can have prototyped your carrying apparatus.
Okay.
I'm just going to write in prototype battery carrier.
Right. Well, it's meant to be a rechargeable battery.
Well, you'll need to put a microfusion cell toward the fact that, you know, that's the biggest energy source that you can basically carry around.
Wait, just one?
That's a pretty substantial battery, lady. I mean, you can use more, but bearing in mind these things are frickin' heavy.
Yeah.
So a microfusion cell comes in at £5, I believe. Yeah, £5 each.
Mm-hmm.
You could carry multiple if you wanted.
Okay. Well, I was kind of thinking it was more going to be like a backpack thing that is rechargeable, similar to the thing that's built into Quinn.
Yeah,
But
but
he uses lasers.
that's what I've based Quinn on, is that he's got a recharging microfusion cell.
Well, he has like 6 or something.
Yeah, he's got battery banks, but at the core of it is the single thing that generates his power. Those things, fusion cores or something of that ilk, are rare as fuck.
Oh yeah, but that's what runs this whole thing.
Yeah.
But he has like a capacitor for shooting the laser.
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of batteries which store all of his
Yeah.
energy for use, and that's where he gets his energy from.
Yeah.
So your options are either lots of batteries, aka what he's carrying, lots of batteries, or a generator form, but the fusion generator of some form is going to be near impossible to actually find a working one.
Well, that, and I imagine it can't come up with enough burst capacity to fire a laser, does it?
I would suspect that a fusion generator, even a small one, would probably handle a simple hand laser on its own. Because don't forget, Quinn, his whole function requires power. So when he moves his arm, that's power. When he turns his head, power. Everything he does is drawing power. His laser, it just takes off the top. It's not using the mainstay of his power.
Okay, I thought those lasers take ridiculous amounts of energy.
I would say the biggest thing that Quinn uses is probably his motive. Like, driving his legs to carry all that weight around probably requires a chunk of power.
Okay, but then you're saying that if I can find a fusion core or something similar...
Yeah, if you can find some kind of fusion generator or micro generator of some kind, then you could carry it around and effectively work on having a pseudo infinite pistol ammunition.
See, that's way more interesting than my idea. Thank you for this.
Uh-oh, end of the world coming.
Yeah, you know what? Despite how rare that is, that's the idea.
Yeah, that's the one. You're going to prototype for a some kind of fusion generating power supply. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean...
Well, hang hang on. I got another... Because you said there were also things like this that you could buy.
Well, the things that you can buy, depending on where you can get them, are the microfusion cells, which are just huge, chunky batteries.
Okay, and they're not just rechargeable battery packs.
They're not rechargeable in the sense of they're not a AA battery. They are charged usually at some kind of station of charging rather than, you know, plugging it into your
What do they
iMac.
charge them with? Do they put new chemicals in them, or is it just electricity and they go again, or how does it work?
Let's have a look. What is a let's have a look at what the concept is behind the microfusion cell. No, I want the original. Give me the good one. What am I thinking? Electron charge pack. What's the difference? No, it's not electron charge pack.
Well, what is an electron charge pack? Is that a Fallout thing?
Yeah, it's a different type of thing altogether. It's ammunition. So, what's the difference between that, and I don't care. Plasma cartridges. So, in universe, the easiest thing to get hold of that has a self-replicating energy source is a microfusion breeder cell.
Mm-hmm.
Which recharges its own energy supply over time, but it's not a quick recharge. A microfusion cell is a depletable energy source, so it acts basically as a depleting battery.
Yeah.
And I
It's energy storage, right?
don't know how that is. It's probably some kind of physical replication of their core of how they get their energy. Without reading into too much,
Well, the thing that I was initially looking for was a battery pack that can be recharged with electricity.
apparently microfusion cells also generate power, but I'm looking it up. This is interesting.
Preferably that has a few reloads worth of capacity at least.
Well, if you're going to be using a microfusion cell to power your pistol, it's already going to have greater than capacity. So at the moment, you have reloads per bullet, so each bullet is one reload. But in combat, if you're using your weapon, you have reload luck, and that will tell you whether or not you have to dispense a bullet reload. So when you fire your gun, you roll your reload luck. If you get it, you don't reload. The luck number is how many times you can do that, and then you have to reload anyway. So what would happen is your reload luck would go up, because you're affecting how much capacity you have to reload.
Yeah, but that doesn't really do anything for me.
Well, basically, one bullet would last multiple rounds, rather than one round.
Yeah, if you pass on the luck roll.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny.
Because it is an invention aimed specifically at this function, I'll probably give you some kind of bonus on the luck, because you're replacing one ammo with a different type of ammo, basically. I would have to work it out.
Okay.
But essentially, you could use one bullet longer.
Yeah. Forgot where we were.
Well, you've managed to start prototyping. That's where we'd got to. You know,
Sorry.
You're in the process of now working on the thing.
We were going about what kind of device it's actually going to be.
Yeah. Well, that's for you to, declare, and then I can either help you get there or tear it apart for you. So you've declared that it's a backpacky type thing, with the intention of looking to get some kind of fusion generating cell.
Either that or be rechargeable with electricity.
The best thing you could do for just having a recharging backpack would be to ram it full of small energy cells.
Are they rechargeable?
For headcanon reasons, I'll say yes.
Okay, well, that changes because I didn't know they were rechargeable then.
Let's have a look. Type of ammo used. Cattle prod, power fist, small energy cells, power, blah 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 blah. There's no specific thing saying that it is or isn't. So for headcanon, I'll say they are in some way.
Okay.
They are a form of energy storage, so I'm assuming that it's got to be able to get in there somehow.
Well, then this whole thing isn't even necessary anymore. Damn it.
Well, you can still use it to have better, bigger ammo plugged into your pistol.
Yeah, I guess. But then I might as well just use the regular cells and...
Yeah, but don't forget, having multiple access to different ammunition means that if you run out of a type of ammunition, you can fall back to the next type.
Yeah, but I could just have more energy cells, because I already have way more energy cells that I can or that I can carry. Especially if we count the empty ones.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ah, damn it. Yeah, you know what? If those things are rechargeable, then this pack should probably be the other idea that you threw out, that it's one that has...
With some kind of fusion generating
energy.
core.
Yeah.
Alright. So you've now got a prototyping idea for a fusion generating backpack, which sounds definitely like something you don't want to carry around.
Well, you don't want to get hit, I guess.
Fusion... Hang on. Fusion Jenny backpack. I'll put.
Yep. Because I remember what happens in Fallout 4 when you shoot the cores on the sentry bots.
Again, try not to concentrate too much on Fallout 4, but yeah, robot batteries do blow up. Right, so have we got the prototyping thing done?
Yep, that's done.
Cool. So what else is happening in the world?
Ruby then after that goes to work on the site for the pistol.
What about Big Brain Vulcan and Smooth Brain Leon?
Right. Well, Leon's again contemplating that they're heading out, so he's gonna start working on some kind of attachment, or Ruby, were you considering we should have Quinn pull our cart of stuff with us, or do you want to just leave it?
No, that's probably a good idea.
So you wouldn't mind if I started like trying to see if I can make something that we could attach him to it in a non-invasive way.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Robot harnessing and bridle.
Yeah, basically.
You can have that invention for free, because I'm not going to
Yeah.
roll that.
Yeah.
You can make a robot harness.
Yeah.
I am going to need you to expend some scrap stuffs on it to make it, though. Some kind of...
Or how's the weather in the world of
I
Fallout?
mean, it's not snowing today.
Supposed to be chilly.
It's dry, but otherwise chilly. Yeah, it's...
Well, then staying very, very close to the house, as in close enough to run at a full panic if something comes along. Leon's just gonna go out and do some scrap salvage to see if we can find some stuff.
Okay, so you're aiming
To
to
make
get
a set harness.
stuff to make a harness with.
To make a set harness.
Give me a roll on your scrap salvage, then.
Well, let's see how it goes. But are you legit having a laugh? Are you one over?
One over.
I got heavily nerfed and I just rolled one over like.
Okie dokie. Well, you didn't find what you're after, but glinting in the sun, in the, I guess, early spring sun? I don't know. Does the post-nuclear wasteland have spring? Glinting in the sun is something in the patches of snow that you're walking by. Would you like to pick it up or interact with it?
Well, I don't see a reason as to why not if it doesn't look like it's gonna explode. So
doesn't look like it's going to explode.
Then Leon is gonna.
It's a salt shaker.
I found a salt shaker. Now I just need just needing to tap into the ancient world of League of Legends and fill it up.
Yep. You have your own League of Legends game chat dispenser.
Okay, it's a salt shaker, but is there actually any salt in it?
No, it's just an old salt shaker.
Well,
the top is rusted and heavily patinated. It's pretty grim.
All right. Well, Leon walks back in, feeling a bit defeated about he didn't find simple stuff to make a harness. He is doing the.
However, before you get back, I need... Dun dun dun!
Someone ventured outside!
Yeah, someone went outside. Someone went outside. So, can you...
The junk pile.
Yeah, you can add a salt shaker.
I'm gonna give it. I was gonna do an RP thing with it against Frosty, but we'll see.
We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, give me a perception check for.
I shall do so. That's
whilst you're out and about.
Oh.
Because you did say you were being sketchy and sort of.
One under. That is.
One under. Okay.
It never happens that I.
How is this going to happen then? You, as you are just returning to the house, going past some old walls that haven't fallen down yet, and from above, you hear a screeching noise.
And instantly, I'm thinking of the new mob in Minecraft.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. A Minecraft mob has... No, you hear a screeching noise.
Enemy attacking!
Let me just check.
Alright, what's...
okay. And I just rolled a number and it's already disappeared off my screen. 12 is what I rolled. Yeah, so you hear a screeching noise and you are aware enough, because you had a good perception roll there, that you see a shadow flutter across the ground in the low sunlight.
Okay. Well, I look up. What is it?
You look up, and in the haze of the daylight, you can see something pretty sizable is circling above you. and it screeches again.
Okay. I don't have anything that helps me with. Can I roll my lame outdoorsman to see if I can identify what it is?
You can?
It has wings as far as I know.
Well, that's a wing thing.
That is a thing with a wing. Well, I'm without seeming like provoked or anything, just calm. I'm just gonna keep trotting along, not in a visible panic, but an internal panic.
Okay.
It's like,
Um.
it's like when a really big dog is like barking at you, and you just know it can easily jump the fence and go at me. So I'm just trying to stay calm, panicking on the inside, but staying calm. So and then I just like keep walking back towards the house.
Could you, being as you have described to me, make a roll, oddly enough, against your speech?
My speech?
Yeah, because I've just looked up what this is.
Oh, yeah, it falls under acting.
Oh, does it? Who knew?
Because it's based on your empathy, like your ability to
Yeah.
convey
Anyway, give me a roll.
Yeah, all right. Which is 2 over.
2 over. Okay, you're being quite awkward and stiff whilst you're trying to act nonchalantly.
Okay.
Let me roll for the burb. The burb has rolled a number. Cool. Yeah, you begin tottering away, and the bird screeches again. Are you gonna look?
Leon does a small like the small jitter where you like pull your head into your shoulders like a turtle every time.
Are you observing the bird as you're casually strolling away?
Yeah, I'm doing the dotting the eyes back and forth.
Okay. You notice that with the last screech, the bird has veered off toward the riverway. It is going away from you.
Leon sighs heavily, and in a quick pace walks back home.
You get back home. Yep.
Yeah. Comes back and walks over. Chest pounding. Walks over to Vulcan. And he looks like questioning at him, just like, Vulcan? Expecting like halfway, like Frank is going to call him an idiot.
No, I want to impose one GM stipulation here.
Okay.
And this, I'm going to override you, I'm afraid, Frosty. For the moment when Leon has returned, I'm going to say that Vulcan's doing that thing where he's got his hands like in a pyramid in front of him, and he's just got his lips pursed in some really deep, intense thought. He's like,
Shallow and pedantic.
Yeah.
Okay. Noticing that.
Hello, lesser.
Are you saying that, or is you just goofing around?
Yeah. This goes on for some time.
Okay, fair enough. So Leon realizing that Vulcan is there in
spirit.
Yeah, he's there, but in spirit he's not. He's somewhere else. I'm just gonna like, and then Leon just walks over to where like Vulcan has some of like the cooking things for making the food, and just like place the salt shaker there, just like slowly, totally too much backing away from it. Like he's like placed a hand grenade on his thing.
She'll never come back, you know. I don't know, just saying ominous things.
Yeah, just ominous.
Oh no, like that little kid in one of the scary movies who just starts pointing shit out.
Ah, right.
People. With my newfound chemistry.
You are slow as shit.
Okay, I didn't know Jack was here.
Sorry.
Can I ask something of Leon? Can you make me a chemistry roll?
I will definitely give you a chemistry roll. So that rolls off my. That's based on science. Science. I am 1 under.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Carry on. Back to whatever Frosty was about to say. Go for Vulcan.
We have power yet? We need to lay the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last time it was like snowing and like radioactive snow, so we wouldn't.
Oh, all right. I want to do a thing, so we need some power, and I need a light bulb. I need it to like be behind my head, and then suddenly the light bulb goes on.
Okay.
Telling that to?
The room.
Ruby looks over. Oh, you go first.
Ruby, can't you have like Quinn just walk behind him and just turn on his like headlight?
He has a headlight.
I don't remember if he does.
Didn't he have like a big like shiny?
Yeah, I remember talking with Rich about it while we were creating him, but I don't remember if we actually settled for it.
I know you got the bullhorn.
Yeah.
But let me check for ribbit building components, because I know you did scrap some stuff to save points.
Mm-hmm.
Where would robot be? Robot. There we go. Robot. Dear the Quinn. No sense of smell or taste, colour blindness, bullhorn, disturbing voice, and laser sight are the only modifications he was left with. So no, you did not have a light on him.
Alright, and in that case, Ruby just looks at Vulcan while she's working on that gun. And, looks at him confused. Then looks at Vulcan, and then she's just like, alright, I see what's going on. And she turns away and continues working.
All right. Vulcan's gonna go outside with a shovel and start digging the line.
We don't have a shovel.
I thought we had a shovel.
I thought you made one. I thought you.
I made a shovel and a pickaxe.
We made a pickaxe is what I have. Not a shovel. Improvised pickaxe.
Yeah, because that. There was talk of a frying pan shovel.
Yeah, but do we ever get through with that?
All right, I take the pickaxe.
The metal saucepan is still here.
I take the pickaxe. And I go outside.
Okay, yeah, Leon definitely just follows, like seeing that massive bird, just follows him outside and starts looking up.
Give me a perception check then if you're looking up.
Is there still a bird out there? I thought time has passed.
one.
Time has passed.
Oh,
one over, you cannot see any birds.
Okay.
Are you having a go there, Mr. Vulcan?
Yes.
So, just give me a strength check. Oh.
Holy shit.
Wow.
That's honest.
Okay,
Determined, old fuck.
you start to make an impression on the ground that you're working on. But it is very hard work, so can you remove a fatigue point? And it's not going in, great speed. You're sort of hacking away at the ground, and maybe it's a little bit damp or still a little bit, cold from weather recently, but it's very hard going.
Got it. That's what he's going to spend his time doing.
Can you roll 1d6 for me?
Ooh.
What did you roll there, boss?
2.
Oof, okay. Yep. Yeah, and thankfully, the makeshift pickaxe appears to be doing its job. Like I say, it's very hard work for you, but you are picking away at bits of the ground that you feel are useful.
Excellent.
How long are you going to be doing that for?
A few hours.
Right.
With many breaks in between. There's first smoke, second smoke, and go.
And probably back for some soup and a smoke.
Oh my god. A fucking hobbit.
Okie dokie. Right, so, unless anyone's got anything else they wish to do for the day, we've got people working away on bits and bobs.
Well, Leon's like, so yeah, every now and then just peeks out, and just looks at like how old man is doing. It's just like, okay, like walks over to Ruby. I think Vulcan is on board with us having some power quickly because he's digging a trench.
Oh, a trench is a bit generous to say what's happened so far.
Okay, well he's trying to dig a tiny slit in the ground, even though we were planning on hanging all the wire on.
He was really, really high when you two were discussing that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but yeah. So
Well,
Ruby,
that's a new one, and she looks confused over at Leon.
I am so lucky I passed that strength check. If I would have fucking failed.
yeah, Leon is like low key impressed by it, but he's like high key, very confused and kind of scared.
Is Leon doing anything else throughout the day?
No, I have to do an endurance check.
So, hey, Ruby, should we just let him keep going at it, or?
Hold on, we might have to. Yeah, we have to retcon that.
Oh, are you getting high?
No, every time I do a strength check, every time I also have to make an endurance check.
Oh god, yeah, if you're bad back.
Yeah.
Oh, so you start chipping away at the ground.
-3.
And then you're just like, you just like all up your back. It's like spasming, and like those muscles haven't been used in probably decades.
My hubris.
And all of a sudden, like regardless of the fact that you might have had a few smokes in between, you are now regretting being alive.
Why is there no death? And he's just, as far as I have to do will checks.
Yeah, you're pretty screwed now.
-3 to Dex until healed, and -3 to Intelligence for a brief period immediately after. So will check to try to crawl.
To try to get back into the building.
Because if I read that right, he just lays there. Then.
Yeah, you're just in agony. Like it's just like bang, and you're on the floor, and it's just.
So this is the first time, like he's really
I pass.
Okay, so you you crawl yourself back into Leon's inn.
However, the pickaxe is outside
Yeah.
on the ground.
So we see Vulcan crawling.
You hear?
Yeah, I was gonna like it would be apparent the moment this happens, you just hear this old man just like oh, and then a few moments after, Vulcan sort of began crawling into the doorway. She's like oh.
Yeah, Leon runs out and I'm guessing meeting him halfway, and she's
Yeah.
like, he tries to like pick him up way too eagerly, so it like kind of hurts, and then she's like, Vulcan, are you okay? What happened?
No, I know he's just trying to help, Frank, but does it look like I'm okay?
No.
And I am not okay. Oh, as he just like a big bit of hot smoke like goes into your face. He's like shaking, trying to light it and failing.
Ruby
well,
walks over.
I'm rolling a strength, and I am 4 under. I am lifting Vulcan over to.
Yeah, I mean, you can lift Vulcan anyway. So we've already found
He's
this
like
out.
Professor Farnsworth level of.
Yeah, we already found out that you can lift him. You just have to exert yourself a little bit.
Well, I lift Vulcan over and just like carry him to his
corner of the workshop, wherever he resides, next to the fire.
to where his backpack, like close to the fire, or whatever, like where he would do some self-mending.
Well, I will say, every time that you move Vulcan, you are like every movement just like that electric fire of pain.
I learned something today, he says, as one of his teeth is chipped in the middle of biting down. That I'm too old to be doing that kind of work. And then he passes out from the pain.
Yeah, that's totally allowable.
Just whimpering. He's like a dog having a bad dream, just whimpering.
So he just passes out, like just being.
I was gonna try to do a gizmo to like help with it, but I'm like, no, he can't really. He's gotta just chill. Someone for digging the trench.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the thing. Wait.
That happened.
Where's the pickaxe? Vulcan, did you leave the pickaxe outside?
Can't hear you dying.
Alright. Leon walks out and fetches the pickaxe and just. Can Leon even see where he was digging?
He didn't go far. It's like right out the door.
No, I mean, did Vulcan actually make an indent into the ground?
There is some disturbance of Earth.
Somebody maybe stepped there.
All right. Well, that was the thing. Yeah. Well, Leon takes the pickaxe back inside and just. Vulcan, do you need anything? Some food?
Can't hear you. Passed out.
Oh yeah, I passed out. Yeah.
So I just picture him like walking up and shaking Vulcan, and then Vulcan just screams in agony.
Yeah.
Glares at him briefly, and then passes back out.
I don't think I would be shaking you violently, but for the sake of drama, I would say
No. It was like if you've ever had back pain, like just moving at all is not a great day. So he's like, and like starts to do a middle finger, but he fails his will roll, and then he just passes out.
Frank is furiously giving me the finger in Lululand. Right. But yeah. All right. Well, Leon tries to make a harness out of nothing, keeping his eye on Vulcan, not really getting anywhere.
Okay.
He stays spent on nothing.
So are you actually attempting to make the harness or just busying yourself?
I can try to attempt to make something.
Okay, what stuff have you got lying around on the pile that is appropriate? Dum dum dum, pile time.
I have 2 bed sheets.
Appropriate, actually.
Okay. Do I have anything
Wait,
else?
what are you making?
Robo harness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I have 2 bed sheets.
We have lots of leather.
How much?
7 scraps or pieces.
Okay, 7 scraps of leather. You've got 2 bed sheets. I know you've got a bunch of wires and stuff, which are good for tying bits together.
Sure, how good idea it is to use the bed sheets, though.
What? You don't think it's a good idea?
No.
Well, what if I use it for padding?
Yeah, because they're useful to deal with the cold.
They are useful for dealing with cold.
True. Well, then we'll...
sheets.
Yeah.
Blankets? Or sheets?
What?
Are they blankets or sheets?
I have 1 bed sheet listed, by the way.
It's sheets. It's written as sheets.
I have 1 bed sheet listed. 1 blanket.
Yeah, I have 2. That's just in my own notes.
Oh, okay. Your own stuff.
Yeah.
No, wow.
I still. It's very little I have left in that, so it's not going to be for so long. That.
Okay, so let's have a look at your. Give me a roll on your engineer materials.
Sure. Engineer, that's 2, and that rolls off my science. All right. So, and...
Oh, yeah, beasted.
I'm 900.
Okie dokie. In which case, if you would like to produce the robo harness, you can do so for 5 leather scraps, 3 bundles of wires,
I'm taking those off, okay? Because I assume you're going to do it.
Yeah.
We also have 2 cloth, I just found out.
Well, if you want to use the cloth instead of the bed sheets, I'll allow it.
Well, I'm guessing the bed sheets would probably be better for, like, they're like... I picture they would be bigger pieces of cloth than these.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you want to use the ragged cloth rather than the useful sheets, I would allow it.
Yeah.
Because you've got a pretty good roll there, so you can...
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm gonna use the miscellaneous cloth to...
Alright, in which case, yeah, the 2 cloth, 5 leather, and did I say 3 wire scraps?
I think so, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There we go. And that will create a working robo harness to attach to the cart.
Cool.
Just a few more centuries and you'll be back to...
Not using the cloth?
Yes, the 2 cloth.
Okay.
5 leathers. And 3 wires.
Yep, I took that.
And I was about to make the sarcastic quip that at this rate, it'll only take you a few centuries to get back to internal combustion engines.
I don't understand.
Well, he's just managed to build a harness for a cart.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. We're about as moving as fast through this as we are in Valheim. in our Viking game. We've just made it into the Iron Age.
Well, yeah, practically, yeah. So anyway, yeah, put down that you have a robo harness.
Cool.
And that'll be the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Vulcan, you will wake up before the day is out. You will still be in pain.
Oh. How long?
You're gonna be out for
until healed.
Yeah.
So, but the intelligence goes back.
Yeah, your intelligence will come because the intelligence hit is just you in the fog of pain. Yeah. So you will have woken up and your int will be back to normal, but you will still have the that just ongoing horrid fiery pain that's reminding you to stop moving.
Again. We must retcon again because it's a will check at -5, and I rolled on, so I was 4 over. So he was just laying on the ground screaming.
Oh, right. So,
Leon
in which case, Leon had to come out and carry you out.
Yeah. So that's a good day.
Yeah. You literally passed out in pain. So, in which case, yeah, you'll be out for like maybe an hour or so, and then like blearily wake up, and then the blear and sort of fuzz of waking up will quickly change into, right, yes, agonizing pain. I remember that.
Oh, right.
What do you want to do, if anything, in the diminishing time of the day?
So he'd like to draw up plans to make a better spine.
I mean, you can if you want.
They'll be asleep. He's going. Hold on. What do I have to look at something in my inventory? Nope, that's poison. All right. Thought maybe I might have found a spice or something to make things better, but I used up all the.
I think you
Wait a minute,
used.
I used all the needles.
Sorry?
The pine needles.
Yeah, the pine needles were all kept in the pile.
Oh, okay.
About 2 pounds of it is left.
Could I take enough to make me just some tea?
You've already made some, so if you want to take off a ½ pound, because I'll deduct that from the previous time as well, and you can make some fresh.
Be available. There is now tea available.
Yeah. You can now make some more tea. Yeah.
All right, so there's enough tea for everybody. The smell of pine gently fills the room.
Nothing new?
Mixed with weed smoke.
The warm taste of the somewhat woody but sweet tea is comforting, but still you're left with that ever-present, just like, even, I mean, can you actually make me the required will check to make tea?
No. I rolled on it, but it's at -5.
Yeah, so take off another fatigue point then, because you are suffering in your pain. You can continue to make the tea for the pain you've endured, basically, and eventually, after some sufferance, you have made the pine tea.
Yay!
But it's like lifting your arm up to try and like get the pine needles into the pot. It's just like
I know, Frank. I'm supposed to move with my back straight. Fuck you, Frank.
Oh yeah, Frank has to be like the worst one because he doesn't have a physical spine, so it doesn't hurt him. He can just be nagging shit.
Well, but the thing is, Frank has all the knowledge that Vulcan has, so he's going to be spouting him the shit that Vulcan already knows to do.
Does Frank appear in suitable attire for each thing that he's recommending? Like if he's a medical thought, he just has a white coat on and maybe a clipboard.
That little weird old school thing to reflect light.
Yeah, like the little doofy thing. Yeah. Or if he's intellectual, he's just got a pipe and a book, and he's like,
yes, and small glasses.
Yeah, and when he's being really snooty, just give him
a monocle.
Not a monocle, like a jacket with
he's mine. He gets a monocle and a top hat and a mustache.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
I love it.
With a little clipboard and a piece of charcoal.
Okie dokie. So, unless anyone wants to do anything else, that'll be wrapping the day up.
Yeah.
Vulcan would like to quietly weep himself to sleep.
You can do that.
No, that's all for today.
Cool.
Can I use one of my gizmos to lessen my pain while I sleep?
I will say that for taking a gizmo out, basically you can roll a mother-sized joint that will help you get there.
Yes. Yes. It's like, it might be time to bring out the OG coach.
Yeah, just some stuff that you've had in the backpack for a while, and you're just this is time.
And I fail horribly. I just will check.
Oh, right, for, yeah. So, yeah.
That is the worst fucking thing for anything physical. That has got to be one of the worst traits.
So, you move to get your backpack, and you're just oh! You can...
He's still wearing it, because, yeah.
Do you want to try and continue to make the OG...
OG blunt.
Yes. The mother blunt, in which case take a fatigue off and you can have the blunt.
He's determined. If anyone's still up, sweat pouring down his face. Him saying, I know how to roll a joint. And he's shaking and it's falling off and falling on the ground and he's picking it back up and just, oh God, why?
All right, Leon, can you do your night times, please, Bob?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Endurance. Let's go. Nope.
Amelia, can you roll me a luck roll?
Okay. Fail by 3.
Okie doke. So, what was the story over there, Mim?
Failed endurance, but I did no nightmares.
Okay, so with the noise of Vulcan failing to fall asleep quickly and trying to roll this joint, you just cannot get any proper sleep. Do you want to do anything with your spare time, or?
Dry testing the harness while Rupee is asleep, so he's not as so
yeah.
It's not okay, now she can't see if I'm doing it, so hopefully she doesn't notice if I scratch it a bit. Just tries it on.
You try the harness around Quinn and the small light that helps him get vision from his camera just blinks intermittently. It's the most interaction you get from him. And it fits, and you're happy that it seems to be as expected. Okay, and then you finally manage to drift off, feeling a little bit tired. So you lose a fatigue for staying up late. I don't know if you've already done that.
Nope, I'm gonna do that. Yep.
Right, you've passed your nightmares, didn't you? So that's fine.
I did pass those, yeah.
Okay, everyone can have 2 fatigue for resting then.
Okay.
I'm back at 10.
The luck roll.
Oh, sorry, Mim. No, you deducted 1 already, didn't you? Sorry, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, Amelia, what to say?
Nothing bad happens from the luck roll?
No, nothing bad happens from the luck roll.
Okay.
And probably the first person to wake up is probably Vulcan after twisting the wrong way, as he's asleep. And
he wiggled. And
yeah, it's just like, you're awake. And then everyone promptly is also awoken by the yelling of an old man. You can hear on the flat roof of the building the pitter-patter of not insubstantial amounts of rain.
Oh.
And a quick glance out of any of the little portals that you have as windows will show you that it is in fact raining.
Huh.
Great.
Mm. Well, Ruby gets up and brushes her hair. Actually, forgot to do the foods.
Oh yeah, we need
today.
a new for today.
Oh, it's 9.
76.
78.
Oh, fuck's sake! I went the other way.
And
I
now
can
it's
do maths.
yeah, Ruby goes to brush her hair and then probably eat something and goes to work on that pistol again for now.
Cool.
Leon just starts taking stock of everything they have, like looking at it. Okay, so like, what do we need? Like food, water. Like,
Well, here's the thing: did we actually decide where we were going?
I think we're deciding on heading off to Ruby's place because they probably had like the most likely place to find. Because
Ruby's place, which was
To the south.
okay.
2 towns over.
because
And I think we were going to go there to see if we could get our hands on an iBot.
and also because looking for a vault in a mountainous country would be not the easiest thing. So
Yeah.
So, what are you getting up to? In fact, hold that thought. Well, have a discussion amongst yourselves. I am going to go and have a quick bio break.
all right.
I'm
And
going
I'll
to go steal some socks, so I'll
be right
back.
back.
Frosty, did Amelia just say that she had to go put some socks on?
Something about socks. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. But no, I think we came to the conclusion that we were heading out somewhere, and the most logical place would be heading towards where Ruby's, like the robot people, would be, because they would probably have like one of the best ideas of maybe tracking a vault or something.
Yes. Gathering would probably be a good idea.
Yeah. Again, like, yeah, Leon's not the most excited for this prospect, but it is what the group has decided because he knows damn well that he can't survive without the rest of, like, the other two.
Vulcan's just like sobbing quietly in the corner,
Yeah.
trying to drink his tea through a makeshift straw, which is just his pipe, but his pipe is too big. Because it's like being Glorious Bastards one.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make a decision on Rich's behalf and just saying that Leon just
Okay.
hands Vulcan something that works like a legit straw he can use to drink from.
Good days. We still need to make some stuff though. before we get going. I don't have nearly enough of this, and he pulls out his components to make healing powder.
Well,
It fucks you up, but it also heals you. So,
well, looking
and by
at
fucks up, I mean -1 perception. That's it.
It's not a terrible deficiency. It's...
Leon looks at Vulcan just saying, well, you're going to have to draw a very, very good picture of it, what you need of it, because you're not moving.
No, look. And he holds them out.
Yeah, he actually has some.
Them. I have both. There are two components to it. There's the flower and the root.
All right.
So I have those pieces. And you have helped me search for them before.
Yeah, but it's not a thing that Leon really...
Okay, it wasn't stored for
No.
necessities. Got it.
Yeah, because like Leon works the way the same, kind of like the same that I do. Is like, someone is hurt in front of me. That'd be immediate knowledge usage right here. Remember what a plant looked like of just like being told it? Right now? Nope.
Well, now you've been shown it.
I've been shown, yes. Also, Rich, I think I have a point of damage on me. Shouldn't that have been healed about now?
No, not yet.
Alright, fair enough. Just wanted to make sure. But, so we need this to... So we need more of this, and, anything else we would need?
Well, I mean, this is just for like right now, but it's just that I need more than what we have. I need health pots. I need to be able to make health pots. And as far as like, especially if we're going to be traveling, need some pots. So, but it's raining today.
It is raining.
Would be like in between his, chipping his teeth from pain. He would be like, "You shouldn't go outside because then you'll have to use our resources that we have to heal the radiation."
Yeah.
But like, that would be okay, right? Showing him like we need this type of flower and this type of root.
Yeah, I mean he's not a Dumbo. He
No, right now.
I guess the only thing would be the root that might be hard, but whatever. I just want the group familiarized with.
Well, the root is also you can describe how to find the root because of what it looks like from. Yeah, it'll have sprouts as well that are above ground.
Would I have kept any of those? Would I have just ripped the root out?
I
mean,
likely
like
you'd have just
at least kept one.
It's up to you. I mean,
yeah, just be like this piece sticks out of the ground. And you need the root from this, and this kind of thing. Just doing his like teaching.
Just teaching again.
But like,
I'll tell you what. Give me a roll on teaching and apply no deficiency unless you're high.
Oh. Well, he is very high.
Okay, so.
My teaching is. What the hell is it now?
Speech +2. So yeah, you educate Leon in the ways of finding healing powder, root, flower stuff.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Well, what else do we need? Because.
Oh, God, we don't have time to list all of that.
Leon, like, okay, listen. And he's like, rubbing his eyes, just like, all right, listen. You're gonna have to stop doing that because we're gonna need stuff if we're gonna get going. We're gonna need stuff to keep surviving, other than just roots. And keep saying, "Oh, we don't have time for that." That doesn't keep us alive out there. So tell me what we need, because right now I can't do anything. Yeah, and yeah, Leon is getting a bit frustrated.
All right. He did ask for it.
Yep.
Vulcan, yes. Yes, he does. He starts going into ridiculous detail in between, spitting out chunks of teeth as he's screaming from pain about all of these various things, the types of various plants that they need to make. Just like his whole plans for the farm, for his grow house, for his drug empire, like all of the pieces of equipment. So barrels, scrap metal, all of these types of things. I can't think of everything off the top of my head.
All right. Well, at some point, Leon is trying. He's not stopping, but he's kind of like, when you want to say something, but you don't want to interrupt the person because that would be rude. But he's like thinking like, I just needed him to tell me what we need for the travel, not what he needs for his life expectancy, but like just like what stuff would we need for a long travel? But yeah.
We need a shitload of these, and we need a shitload of this stuff in it. The beets stuff for, I think that was the component for them.
Yeah, beets was the component.
For Bad Way.
Oh, not for Bad Way. No, that was for healing powder. Bad Way was
the beets because you.
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, you're right. Yes, yeah. I looked up.
Radiation.
Yeah. They have an ability to soak radiation slightly. So yeah, it was beets and some charcoal and some other stuff. Yeah.
Beets, charcoal, stuff like that. So, and then along with the Poisogon.
Poisogon.
Stuff for Poisogon because it's not horrible to have, and then the healing powder stuff is what he would go for right now. I don't guess we have Quick Clot or anything like that. Although I know it's in the GURPS book, but I don't think we've gone that deeply
I don't think that such a thing exists in Fallout universe.
I don't think so.
I mean, stim packs are pretty fucking there anyway. Like,
I mean,
it heals you, it stops you bleeding, yeah, blah blah blah. But so I think stim packs are basically the go-to of upper element healing.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna shop to got that. So many lists.
Is Poisogon the one that makes you crap yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stomach cramp. If you look in my notebook, you'll see.
Oh, have you actually kept a note of the?
Yeah. But yeah, everything that I've made, because they all have to have like really rough side effects.
Well, it's just in keeping with the way Fallout handles its homemade medicines.
So herbs for meds. That's
it.
That's the nutshell what Vulcan needs.
Oh, and a Brahmin.
And a Brahmin?
So that we can pull the cart. Then we can take a lot of stuff.
Oh, no, you don't have to worry about that. I've made a harness so we can attach the cart to Quinn so he can pull it.
Well, have you asked Quinn how he feels about it?
Leon looks kind of confused in a ways of like he didn't think of it and he doesn't know if he feels like he should. Like, he just like slowly turns towards Ruby. Ruby, should I ask Quinn if he's okay with pulling the cart?
She looks at him confused and
he's talking very regularly. Like, you would hear Vulcan unless you were really busy with something.
She's real busy.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, you have to ask me?
Well, it's just if I attached the card to Quinn, like Leon is like starting to legit worry that we might have to actually ask him, and he's just like, so if I just attached the harness and the card to Quinn, would he, if he doesn't want it, would he shake it off? Is this a thing? Like would Quinn say no?
Well, hang on, I have to think about this out of character.
Like, you could totally mess with us right now and be like, oh, yeah, he would just chop you into little pieces. You got to be nice to Quinn.
Yeah, and just
Ruby doesn't do that. But his basic orders are just to defend Ruby if he isn't given any other commands.
Okay.
So if he sees something as a threat, I guess he'll attack it.
Frosty, what are these kind of fucking questions you're asking?
Or I guess also if something attacks him, if he sees something. I imagine he can recognize when something's hostile to him.
I mean, he has rudimentary, like, yes,
super
no.
Basic, right?
Yeah, it's just like, is this dangerous? Is it likely to physically, impede me? Is it hurting Ruby? Very, very simple decision-making sort of logic.
Yeah, no, if he doesn't perceive you as a threat, he will just let you do whatever.
Okay.
So it's what Ruby says back.
Well, Leon looks back at Vulcan. It seems we do not need a Brahmin at this time. So what else? Anything else we would be like? I have like all, and he's holding like one of those scrap pieces of paper with a charcoal or like pen thing. Just like, okay, I have like the herbs written down. Anything else you're thinking we would need on a travel? Seeing we don't have Arnica to fetch us stuff anymore?
As this conversation is occurring, can everybody make a perception check?
I'm real fucking perceptive, yo.
Holy fuck.
I am 700?
Nice.
Ruby's too busy and she doesn't notice any of it.
Yeah, you're too involved, yeah.
I got triple twos. Is that a crit?
No.
Oh, okay. No, it's for the
fucking impressive, though.
Yeah.
And Leon is like, he's contemplating if...
How much was the difference?
Oh, I am 3 over.
Okay, right. In which case, yeah. For Vulcan's purpose only, then, you're aware that the sound of rain has culled itself. You can no longer hear rain.
It did stop raining.
What?
It just stopped raining.
All right. We can do stuff. Oh.
I'd like to use another gizmo because this has been a lot of work.
The gizmo's purpose?
The gizmo's purpose is to help with the pain because technically throughout all of that
I mean, technically you are still in pain.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will allow another dosage of, like, some kind of, like, I don't know, maybe like one of those tiny emergency morphine things or something, and you're just like, I knew this would come in handy one day.
It's a little expired, but it'll do.
Yeah, it's like only a few hundred years out of date, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I figured in keeping with the RP of that too. So in between, he's like popping these little pills, and they look like Tic Tacs.
I do have to say, for sometimes it doesn't dawn on me that like Rich is just sitting there thinking, like all the description is like just in terms of the system really pointless, but I'm not gonna stop them because it's kind of cool.
What am I going to do? Yeah.
Just listening to us going on about like I just need a number, but it also really good storytelling. So go on.
Yeah.
Well, that's well, that's great. It's stopped raining out. Ruby, should we try to see if we can get some of the wiring up? Or
yeah, that's a good idea.
we can get some power, maybe see if it's yeah. Because
Yeah.
apparently, well, for Vulcan, it was quite needed to get this all this power up. So
what is it you're attempting to do then?
The thing about with the power and whatnot is it would be incredibly useful, but could you actually get that done today?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
well, it's the only thing we have to do is actually, well, we just have to basically run the cable. It's a bit of a hassle because of where we want to see if we can get it to, but it's not like because we have the cable. It's just attaching it.
Yeah, but we're gonna want to run it underground.
Make
Do it
Quinn dig.
properly.
Didn't we consider hanging it on the poles, hiding it in the other ones instead of digging up a massive trench? Or
Well, that was one of your ideas, but I don't know. I
I
still
thought
think
Ruby
it's
was
better underground.
all right. That's
At
gonna
least the
take.
first bit.
I think some of it is already underground.
The first bit, yeah, you've
that was
got
the
like
first-
30 yards or something underground.
Mm. But yeah, I thought that was the plan. But all right, I'm guessing we're gonna go outside and try to dig a trench, like try to dig the cable in.
It doesn't have to be a trench. It just has to be deep enough that someone scrapping along wouldn't run into it. You wouldn't have to do it like utility cables for.
No, it's mostly to be hidden.
Yeah, you're just. Yeah. Like, you need the pickaxe, an able-bodied individual, not an old fucker. Go out there, hit it down a few feet, and
Yeah. And then slide the dirt back in.
yeah, pack it down and all good.
All right. Well, then Leon heads out and.
Oh, this is just raw cable too, though, isn't it?
No,
it's insulated
Ruby
cable.
had managed to do a pretty good job of insulating and connecting it properly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's homemade, but it is protected.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
And she made a good roll when she did it.
Out. It's like a gooch cable right there.
Mm-hmm.
Ruby be the shit, yo.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, now I have then we're gonna head out. Leon's gonna grab a pickaxe and saying, "Well, you want to come, Ruby, and see if we can get some of this done?"
Yes, I just need something to help me scoop the dirt.
Shoot.
So you're going the full length of the thing underground now?
All the way up to where that power box thing was on the
Yeah,
building.
that's what I mean. But from where you've already dug to the building, yeah?
As far as possible. And what's the condition of the street that runs in front?
I mean, there are parts of it that are still tarmacked, and yeah, that the pavements are still there, but obviously it's been unkept for literally centuries now. So the tarmac's splitting. The pavement is what once was poured concrete has just begun deteriorating. So it's in quite piss poor condition out there.
If we're able to lift them up, we can just run it under the chunks, I guess.
Yeah, we can do that.
So Ruby goes to search through the pile of stuff. And well,
how deep are you digging this cable in?
If you run a cable to your shed in the garden, how deep do you put that?
I wouldn't know offhand. I've never done such a thing. I mean,
20 centimeters?
Yeah, 30 centimeters would be about a foot into the ground.
Yeah, but I said 20.
Oh, you said 20? Okay.
Yeah.
So a bit less than a foot.
So about
like a small child's foot.
A small child's foot.
No, small. No. A child's
That's
foot is
not a measurement.
Oh, okay.
Right. So hang on. Then divide by the dig rate. Divide by the dig rate.
Have something called dig rate.
And it just has to be a very narrow, like, slit through the ground that's just enough to put a cable in and then fill back up.
What is Leon's basic lift number?
Let's have a look. See. What's that? My carry weight?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I hope this is accurate, but right now it's 24.
Okay. And you're using an improvised pick. So improvised pick. That. Ooh, okie dokie. I now know how long it's going to roughly take. So. Okay.
Well, Ruby picks out the metal saucepan and is like, I guess I'll use this to help you shove things around.
I mean, it will at least mean that you don't have to literally handball dirt. I mean, you can scoop it around with that. So.
And she also goes and grabs the cable.
Right, so what's your basic lift because you're assisting? You're 11, 12, what was it?
16.
16, okay.
Yeah, she's not that weak.
Sorry, I was trying to remember off the top of my head, doing a bad job. Okay, right, I now know how long it will take assisted.
Okay.
You haven't got bad snow or anything like that.
Also, step 1 is finding the end of where we dug the other one down and connecting.
Well, for the sake of the fact it'll take you a few minutes wandering around trying to find it, I remember you put some kind of denoting thing next to it. So only a short amount of time searching, you'll quickly find where you left the the dug end of the existing cable.
Alright. And then we'll get to work, I guess. Fully insulated, connected to the other cable. Do I have to roll for that?
Give me an electrical engineering, whoever has the appropriate.
I think that's. I think Ruby has the highest electrical.
That passes by 7.
Yeah, you know what you're doing, and everything comes together nicely. So the cable is connected; it just needs putting in the ground.
All right, and as they're moving, I'm imagining Mims or Dion is digging the hole, and Ruby scoops the dirt of it, or well, he softens up the dirt mostly, I guess.
Yeah, I mean he'll be like going ahead and like using the pick to smash the dirt apart, and
yeah, and she scoops it out, puts the cable in, and puts it back on. She does try to make sure that it is as little visible as possible, so you don't really see that there was any disturbance there. I guess she grabs a branch with some rubbish and just rubs over it, so it looks.
Give me a sneak check, being as you're trying to sneak something. I'll have it.
Oh, hang on. Could that also be traps?
Is your traps better? Is that what you're arguing?
Yes.
How much better?
3 points better.
No. For this, I'm going to need sneak.
Okay. Sneak. Ooh, that fails by 1.
Okay, so yeah, I mean you try brushing it over and hiding it, but it's at least moderately apparent the dirt's been disturbed.
Okay. I guess it just takes a good rain shower and then it's gone.
Yeah, I mean a few days of rain and some dust over it, you'll probably not notice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, are you going to be spending the day doing this?
Ruby is, unless something interrupts her.
Yeah.
What about the old man? What is his current painful objective?
Old man would attempt to try to make healing powder out of what he has, but his intelligence is back. So he probably realizes that's a horrible idea. That salt shaker, was it empty?
Just an empty salt shaker.
So you can't rub salt into the wound.
I can't really clean or do anything. He's got to just lay there, unfortunately. He can't. I want him to be productive right now, but he can't be.
Well, you can attempt to heal yourself.
Ooh, really? All right.
I mean, doing so is a will check against pain. And
at -5.
Yeah, and potential fatigue loss for having tried, and then all the. But I mean, you can try or not. So.
Yeah, he's going to try. Can I do anything to help with that? Like take more time to try? Well, no, it's a will check. You can't really do that for will.
Yeah, I mean, the will check is to bear through the pain of trying to do things whilst your back's knackered. So
I need to get a 4. Come on, ones. Nope.
Okie dokie. I'm just going to quickly have a look at the bad back stipulations to see how much I should punish you, basically. So, yada yada yada. Crippling pain or further injury. Ooh, or further injury. Hello.
No.
Crit fail is further injury, I thought.
Yeah, I think that's the case. Triggered. Long. You can try and minimize the strain on your back. So, Oh, that's for a long task. We don't. And this isn't a long task, unfortunately. On failure, you throw your back. Consequences, blah 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 blah. How bad is your bad back? Is it mild or severe?
I believe with the initial go, it is. Oh wait, no. Mild.
Mild. Yeah, I've got that. The in which case, you can continue and complete your action, but I'm going to charge you 1 fatigue for doing so.
Yes.
And then you can make your heal check.
What is this for? Oh, that's bad. I saw a 12. That's a 12.
Against, what do you roll?
First aid? Or...
I believe it's first aid.
Plus... Wait, no, we did the thing. Healers applied to everything now. We don't add that.
Yeah, everything's got healer baked into it.
Okay, so that's a 2 under for first aid.
Is that including... Oh no, because don't forget you can use your physician as a advanced version of that.
Yeah, that would... You know, he is doctoring himself. He would probably use his physician.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
legitimately the skill I've given. So that puts you at 5 under.
5? Yeah.
Are you using any of your med kits or aid kits?
Can I use another gizmo to kind of help it out? Just like give it a modifier or something?
That's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, this really hurts. So yeah, give me that.
So you're going to be doping up on whatever pills you've got lying around, just like, oh yeah, this'll do, and just necking it.
He's well into gluttony, by the way, so that's going to take 3 more off the thingy.
Yeah, if he's just eating his way through his pain.
Best way to deal with pain.
Right.
So yes.
So, after how long does this take you actually?
I would
Physician...
spend extra time on it.
Well, with extra time, it's going to take you nearly an hour. of
Oh.
I mean, you are trying to heal your own back, which is quite a fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that's fine. It's a really big doobie. It's gonna take a while to smoke.
Failing, we haven't failed. You are going to require to use bandages for this. Do you have any bandages?
Bandages.
Bandages.
Yep, Leon, that's one.
It fails. I have no bandages.
If you have any medical kit, the use of a medical kit will allow...
Wait, he needs bandages to fix his back?
It's part of the healing rules.
Okay. Well, maybe around your waist as
A support.
or something.
Can't. No, I can't because that will require will to move. Med kit with 2 uses left.
It's literally your only option at this stage.
Can we... Like, I didn't realize that would be necessary, but I feel that Vulcan would know that. Can we retcon that?
If you want.
Yeah, he's just in unbearable agony.
In which case, I will have back my gizmo, and you can have back your fatigue for...
He just sobs, waiting, telling Frank to leave him alone. But Frank's just like being really nice and just like, it's okay, buddy, in his posh British accent.
Okie dokie, so you're just in agony for a while whilst they're
Yeah.
digging their hole. Cool. Right, can people outside give me perception checks?
Huh? Fail by 1.
Help by 1. 1 under.
Pass by 1. Okie dokie. Uh, Nope, that's the wrong button. Didn't want to push that, did I? No. Okay, 1 under gives you this information, apparently. You are busy chipping away and digging up the ground and moving dirt and whatever else is going on in that little dig party. And
Diggy hole.
diggy hole. Yeah,
Diggy hole.
that's exactly what's happening. Diggy fucking hole. And Leon, you hear, it's muffled, but you hear, like growling or snarling.
Okay, he does the move where he stops up and puts his hand up like he's listening for something, like signaling to Ruby. Shh. You hear that?
No? What did you hear?
Sounds like snoring, like animals. Animals
Where is
being.
it coming from?
Which way it's coming
So
from?
you're out digging from the river down this road. Where is it coming from? That is a good question, says the GM, because there's a river in the way. Yawning at the map.
How dare you?
I know, right? Bloody map made me yawn.
Yeah.
Is that possible? Can I have it from there? Okay. That's what the dice said. It's coming from, or the way you appear to hear it, across the river.
All right. Yeah, Leon signals towards the river, like he was hearing snarling from the riverside.
Ruby takes a look to see if she can see anything in that direction.
You look over toward the river and you can't immediately see anything that draws your eye. There's no sign of anything that you can see. Looks like, I mean, you've come around this way many times and you're familiar with the terrain. Just looks like it's what it looks like.
Alright, she looks for like half a minute and tries to be quiet. See if she hears anything or sees anything move, and if she doesn't, then she goes back to...
I mean, in a short while, so as you're sort of stood looking for whatever Leon's pointed out, not even half a minute has passed, you hear a splashing noise, or several splashing noises.
And she doesn't see anything in the direction where that comes from.
For the sake of accuracy of story, the riverbank dips down, because the river itself is quite worthless compared to what it once was, and the banks dip down a little bit, so your vision is obscured by just the horizon of the bank.
Okay, so it's behind the bank, and she knows that when it happens.
So she would easily infer that that's what's going on.
Alright, so she turns around, or well, she doesn't turn around, she stays looking and she whispers, Leon, there's something there. And then she calls over Quinn, who's like probably close by guarding.
Yeah, he's probably only a matter of meters away.
And so Quinn's close to her, and then she tries to slowly move forward to peek over the edge and see what it is.
You're approaching the riverbank.
Yeah, carefully.
So you're probably about 40 or so yards from the actual river itself, having been
Oh.
digging up the road. Are you going to approach the riverbanks, or?
Well, if you're that far away, is there anything she can climb on here, like something that's higher than where we're at right now?
Not in the immediate vicinity. Most of these buildings are a bit useless, or the rubble and detritus that is around you, rather.
And it came from where the river is closest to us.
Yeah.
Leon, we should probably find out what that is before we do anything, or before we continue working. Maybe. Because it
There's
sounded
nothing.
like it's somewhere in the river, but I can't see it. She points at where she thought she heard the sound.
Okay. Well, we could also slowly back away, and if it's coming towards us, we're not out in the open like so. We could just.
Yeah, maybe find a good place to hide or have cover.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, Leon takes his bow out and like readies his bow.
Are you still studying the riverbank? I mean, you've had a brief conversation there, but you
She is
still.
keeping. Yeah, while they're talking, she's probably pointing and looking.
Can you give me a perception check then?
Okay. That fails by 1.
Okay, so as you're looking, you don't spot anything.
Yep. So, yeah, I guess we try to look for a good spot that has cover and some view.
Yeah.
And Quinn stays out in the open.
That.
In front of us, probably.
Well, he is a lot less squishy than you and I are, so that would make sense.
Oh no, that's not a question. That's just what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, Leon's just making the duh statement.
No. She's not talking about that. She is actually moving to a
Okay.
out of
My
character
bad.
and talking about what she's doing.
Sorry, it's just because I'm so intrigued by all the RPing we're doing, so I didn't turn off.
Yeah, no worries. Well, it was still RP. It was just actions that were happening.
Action RP.
Yeah.
Well, are you intending to hide yourselves away? Because if so, that's a sneak check. You know this.
Doesn't have to be specifically hidden. Just cover.
Okay, so you're literally just trying to get behind objects that would be, coverable.
Yeah, that would work as cover.
There is definitely even low broken walls that you can get behind. So easily from where you are, you can easily dash behind something like that.
Discard. Move to advantageous attacking position and move to advantageous defensive in one go. If that's possible. Or well, not in one go. I mean the time it takes to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you can sort of get yourself into a spot of cover. And are you preparing your weapon then out from?
Yep, that
right.
too. And it's just loaded with regular energy or small energy
Just
cells.
the small energy cell. Okie dokie. Let me just make one more dice roll.
Quinn is just a bit ahead between us and the river.
You neither see nor hear any more noise at the moment.
Huh. I guess we stay there for up to 5 minutes at first.
Yeah.
Leon?
Looking.
So you're just gonna sort of try and find. Okay, well if you're looking about, give me another perception check.
All right. Just to see if something changes or comes up. And another fail, this time by 3. Ooh.
Leon got them eyes, yo.
So how much are you passed there by, Leon?
1.
You're passed by 1. Neither of you see anything. Time passes. The ruins around you are eerily quiet. I'm going to roll the dice.
Yeah, you roll dice. You haven't rolled that many dice.
I know. Can Vulcan make a luck check for me?
Well, until I have a pick in this character, I can't really get any further.
No.
Okay.
3 over.
You're 3 over. The silence in which you're waiting is broken as once again it starts raining. It's just a little burst at first, but then it's quickly changes to become a sharp downfall. And the world around you becomes filled with the noise of wet.
Shoot. Well, guess we have to get back then, because...
Yeah, but that pile of cable is there and is attached to the rest. What do we do with that?
and we... Is there anything around here we can just, like, use to cover it up or something?
Yeah, maybe we should hide it with something.
Yeah, definitely. Leon's gonna start walking towards the cable and like looking around to see if he can find something that's.
Give me a scrap salvage.
Yeah, just something to make it look like it's a part of a blown up building, but not interesting.
Yeah, and Ruby keeps cover and looks at where the noise came from while Leon does that.
In which case, Leon scrap salvage, Ruby perception.
Okay.
That's 1 under. Yes.
Ruby fails again by 1. That's the 5th perception fail.
Really? You still see nothing. The rain has come down in such a way that it's creating that haze of wet that's bouncing around everywhere.
Yeah, that makes it worse probably.
Leon, however, as you're trotting back over, you spot most of what was a pre-war door, like an old broken door. It's rotten and horrible, and you wouldn't want to use it for anything. But you think you could probably throw it over the cable; it would hide it.
Cool. That's what Leon does. He hides the cable.
Yeah, so you're strong enough that you can lift this up, and you just huzz it over and sort of try and pat the sides up with a bit of, loose rubble.
Yeah.
Give me a sneak check on that.
That's oof. Oh, that's rough. Come on. No.
That's a no.
That's 4 over.
All right.
You know, I'm going to argue for the traps thing again.
Still a different skill.
Hang on. I want to tell you at least.
Okay, go for it.
Because the sneaking is more when you're trying to make your character do things that are hidden. But when you're making a trap, you're actually hiding something like an object, right? Or you're trying to make it...
The way I'm currently headcanoning this rule is that sneaking is the act of hiding, camouflaging, deceiving, and or obscuring things with intention. Traps is the delicate art of being able to set something that requires very fine motor skill.
Okay. That's fair. Right. Never mind then.
So, I'll make a note on the world notes. Cable badly hidden. Done. However, you had been working for a little bit, so Leon, can you roll a strength dice check for me?
Strength?
Strength check, yeah.
Yeah, cool. 1 over.
1 over, okay. And Ruby a strength check as well. because you're helping move dirt.
Okay. She fails by 2.
So 1 over and 2 over.
Makes sense. Everything's wet and like slippery and stuff. It's
Well, this
harder
was
to
for
do.
this was for what you did prior to the rain. So this is before the rain.
Well, it was raining before, wasn't it?
No, it was dry up until just a few moments ago.
It's also work that she is absolutely not used to doing.
True. Yeah, this is more Leon's.
Okie dokie. Yep, I've made a note of the work that has been completed.
Okay, so...
And yeah, you can return to the present and what you want to do.
Well, hang on, we're still... So you drug the door over the cable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you do then?
Started heading backwards towards Ruby, saying that, all right, I've hidden it, and I point out where it is, or the door, and
All right. Does
should we?
Ruby see the cable under the door?
If you give it a little bit of scrutiny, you can see that there's cable, there.
Okay. Right. So she's gonna go retreat from, because she still doesn't trust all the noises that were happening over there. So carefully go back and then go towards the door. I imagine it's closer to the building.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you've been working in the ground alongside the remnants of a building, so...
And as she goes past it, she wants to have a look at the door and see if she can make it a bit better hidden.
Give me a sneak check then.
That's on it.
Okay, so yeah, you add some, you get some, I don't know, more rubble to pile around it, just to hide where it was otherwise visible.
Okay. And then...
And you're suitably impressed that you think you've hidden it.
Okay. And then she looks at Leon and points into the direction of where the noise was, and then I guess they pull back, and she calls Quinn over when they're a bit further away and tells him to also, do the retreat.
One more roll from me. Check my chart. Yep. Quinn makes it back.
Right, so we're now, I guess, over here. The retreat.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of get back to the head of the road, carefully watching down the road toward where the sound had originally come from.
See, Ruby, Leon,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still kind of curious about what that was.
My guess would be, since we have been visited by wolves before, and we have fought wolves previously, I'm guessing it was wolves because, like, snoring and a lot of foots, so could be those that attacked us yet last time.
Well, if we get one of them, that could be food.
But I really don't want to fight if there's like more than one,
Yeah.
because like Quinn be good, but yeah, like people would be scared to come close to him. Animals would just run past him. He
Hmm.
he I would rather if we could trap them.
I
Yes,
have an
definitely.
idea.
Oh?
What if we grab some meat from the inside and we put it on him?
Mm,
See if it makes it so they get to him, and then he can
well, then
prepare
they
dinner for us.
well then definitely
Giggles a little.
well then they don't have then they can't see us because then they wouldn't go for the meat because we would be, I don't know, a threat to them.
Well, yeah, but if he's attacking them, then he also becomes a threat to them.
True.
And yeah.
We could. Like I'm not saying no. I'm just saying that there are quite like vicious, like.
Maybe we should try and see if we can just identify what it is first.
That would be a wait. Does that mean you want to go back?
Not necessarily back, but what if we move around that way, and she points towards where I'm pinging, and then go on and then see if we can sneak on the bridge and look across the river from the bridge and see if we can see whatever it was, because I heard a noise in the water. I heard water splashing.
Okay. Sure. Leon thinks that doesn't sound too scary.
All right. Well, in that case, I guess they're moving that way. And oh.
Also, seriously, like Leon's so whipped for no reason. So stupid. He's so dumb. For being quite a clever guy, he's like legit an idiot.
Right, so I guess as we get to the bridge, does that happen without any trouble, Rich?
I will need to make a roll for you to get to the bridge.
Okay.
Well, you can finish this one without.
Are you looking around whilst you're getting to the bridge?
Yes.
Can you give me perception then?
The first pass. By 3.
You look around. The rain is hammering down around you. It's quite a downpour. What limited visibility you have, you can't see anything.
Okay. Right, so, but they do make it to where the bridge starts.
It's where the bridge starts, yes.
Alright. Right, I guess he lets Quinn stay there and then moves a few meters forwards to peek over the bridges. I imagine there's still a bridge railing or an edge or something.
Yeah, there's probably some kind of railing edge to it, so. And these are old sort of, you know, Gothic-y style bridges, so they're probably quite substantial in their day.
I'm pretty sure like some of the people like living here might have like maybe restored some of it or made like alterations to it.
Well, then while trying to use the bridge edge as cover, she tries to peek over the edge and where she thinks the noise came from.
So you're looking up the river?
Yep.
You look up the river and you see nothing.
Okay. She turns around to Leon's like, Leon, I don't see anything.
It ran off then. Let's
Maybe. I guess we should go back and get out of the rain.
Yeah, like I was about to say, yeah, we're standing in the rain, and
yeah.
we know old Grumpy Man. He's gonna be mad at us staying in the rain.
Yeah, let's hurry back and get out of the rain, but be on your guard. Look around.
Yeah. So can we do an observant double back?
You can, if you would like to give me perception checks for doing so.
Yep.
Are you being sneaky whilst you're going back? Are you trying to hide yourselves, or are you just scuttling back?
Leon's definitely just like going, like
Stay by Quinn.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And I am. Wow, I'm 4 under. Wow.
I'm on it. Oh no,
You're
I'm 2 under. Sorry.
you're 2 under. Even with the rain, you can. You're familiar with what these ruins should look like, so you're taking attention to every little shadow that you can see and everything that's even with the movement of the what little shrubbery and growth there is, like you're being fox-eyed at this, and you cannot see anything untoward.
Okay. So, do we make it back to the inn?
You make it back to the inn.
Okay. Well, that was strange.
Yeah, well, we got some cable duck, and
Yeah.
we made some progress, but again, right now, I do have to say, like, if we're planning on leaving, it does feel a bit redundant to be powering this building.
But, yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Like,
Or if we
gathering.
can get an iBot or some other bot that could serve as a
Yeah, well,
scouting tool for us another way, then we could stay.
well, as much as it would be nice to have a scouting robot, that's not really getting us anywhere. It's like,
Well, yeah, but I thought we wanted to go and find a vault.
yeah, that was definitely the plan. And as far as I know, as far as I could gather from, like, I think the best source of information would be where you and Quinn came from, because, well, big robots are not very common, and it takes bulk tech to,
Or would we
well,
just like she makes a face as if a light bulb just popped up above her head. Like, oh, I got an idea.
and
And
just
she's
picturing like overreactive anime character.
yeah.
Well,
I might
what?
have an idea. Um,
Okay.
you know those robots that wander around?
Uh,
Like the one we saw the other day?
that four-legged thing, Leon says
Yes.
in horror.
Well, I'm kind of curious to find out what controls those things. Because, I mean, they could be part of some kind of hive mind thing, or they could be operating just by themselves. Either
Oh,
way, they might have intel on this whole area, because they wander around, I guess, and I imagine they keep track of things that they run into. If I could possibly get access to the data that they carry, or if they are part of some kind of hive mind system, maybe that probably has a lot more information. She's having
Leon is,
trouble talking because she's thinking about things.
yeah, and Leon, like, the more and more she says, Leon is having like, he's like his face turns from like what to horror to downright dread in his face, and just like seeing her like thinking like kind of like manically of catching one of them, is just like, Ruby, you do realize the last time we heard that thing, it tore, what was it, 3 people in half?
Oh yeah, I'm not suggesting we try to take it out.
Oh,
Um,
if it sees us, well, you and me might be able to run away. Quinn be gone. Like, there's no way he's outpacing that thing.
It was
oh,
unnaturally fast.
And like even like not even knowing robotics and stuff like that, a four-legged creature would in like
In
all
world lore, there's a reference to where I've stolen this particular robot from.
Okay.
Oof.
And the body of that thing is basically the size of a SUV.
Oof.
Yeah, and that like even though
Well,
it's a bit clunky, that thing would move so heavy. Oh my god, we can make that in space
Ruby
engineers.
looks at you confused as you explain that, and she starts off by, well, if I want to be able to run faster than Quinn, I would have to drop all my stuff or most of it. And then she goes on, I'm not saying we get close enough to it to, for it to notice us, but I can possibly remotely access it. And she points to her cutie.
Leon just has that like kind of serious face, like how far away can Quinn sense something? If you turn his sensors all the way up, how far away can he sense something? Anything?
Good question. Yeah, what is this?
I'm pretty sure Rich can easily figure out what
Well,
it is I'm
what do you
trying to
mean,
say.
his antenna range or just his detection range of things?
Probably be his detection range, because it's him detecting movement or a possible threat.
Oh, well, Quinn's is probably a lot worse than that robot.
Oh yeah, no, Leon's just trying to make a point, like saying that if you want, like if Ruby wants to keep like tailing this thing, she's gonna have to be so far away from it she can hardly
Oh
like
yeah,
see
but
it.
she wouldn't. Ruby looks at you confused again, and she's like, I don't need to be in line of sight for it to be able to do that.
If you want to keep, unless you put a tracking device on that thing, which but Redcon Leon doesn't know what that is. Like, well, how are you gonna know if you can? Well, how would you know if you were hacking into that one if you
Well,
can't see it?
the last time when we were running away from it, I collected a lot of the data, which I think was coming from it or was being sent to it. And
You are pretty
it,
sure of that, by the way. Like, that's a given fact.
yeah, it looked like they were coordinates. So if I can find out what kind of coordinate system they are using, then I don't have to be able to see it to even know where it's going.
Okay. So how do you plan on finding it?
Well, I recorded the stuff that it was broadcasting, or that I think it was broadcasting, and I made some notes of when exactly it broadcasted what. So I should be able to trace back, or well, what it was doing at the time, and then see if I can put these coordinates next to it to see if it was broadcasting its own coordinates, its target's coordinates, or something. Well, the other option is it doesn't make sense at all. But I have some information. I need to just some time to figure this out. Oops. I dropped something.
Oh no! No more dropping of things. Not allowed.
Okay, got it.
Also, Rich, I do have to say I do have to say something to you.
Hello.
When you were playing my ammo, I like the fact that you flipped almost in pattern, but some of it is just you didn't even flip.
Do you want to know? I just pressed a button that did that for me, and I just laid it there.
Oh,
There's no magic there, buddy. It's just.
okay, I thought like you were trying to like make it have a pattern or something like that, but it's just like
Sadly, no such
no such thing.
intelligence.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I've made a pattern. It looks better to me.
And after Ruby says that, she starts messing with her cutie and looking at the stuff and her notes with it, and starts to decipher if she can figure out if it was their coordinates when they were fleeing from it. because there was an obvious turn they took when we went into the side alley.
Mm-hmm.
She remembers that, and she has noted that. Or that it was the robot's own coordinates.
Give me a computer programming roll.
Leon walks off and just starts like tinkering with his repair kits and just like checks it.
That passes by 1.
Passes by 1. Cool. Give me an intelligence roll.
That passes by 4.
In which case, you work through the coordinates and the codes that you managed to collect, and you spend a little bit of time working on various algorithm concepts, coming up with what it might mean. And after a little bit of work, you deduce that the coordinates you're looking at appear to match not with the movement of a target, because you know that you altered your course, but it would appear a beginning point and an end point, which you think might be relevant to the way the robot was moving.
Okay.
Declarations of, I'm here, I'm going to move to here.
Okay, so it was setting it sent out its movement target.
That's what it appears to be.
And not its current location. Is that correct?
So it was sending out what you think was its location at the time of sending, followed by a second set of coordinates which you think were its intended, I want to be here location.
Okay. Then she wants to take the coordinates of where it was from one of the things she took a note with, where she remembers where the robot was at the time, and then from another one that she noted.
Okay.
And she is going to try to, because she now knows where those are on the, in the real world. She's going to use a difference between the two to try to figure out like what precision does it have and how is it mapped to
it just takes some rudimentary mathematics to work out, you're basically deducting X and Y's here. And although it'll take you time to perform all the calculations,
that's fine.
You work out that its precision is within quite tight constraint, so well under a meter.
But then she now also has a lot of reference points. So she should now be able to determine, if she gets a set of these coordinates, whereabouts it is somewhat. Like
you could easily try and basically backward triangulate, knowing you've worked out what these coordinates are and you know where they exist according to your current work. So with another set of coordinates, you should be able to triangulate to where that coordinate might be.
All right. Is that she looks at her QD and looks at the current signals. Is that signal of that thing still there?
The one that's been broadcasting ad infinitum until you got here. Let me just check my notes on that particular thing.
Hang on, where's my signals?
The signal.
Here. It was a 0.5858. That's what I have.
So you had actually already recorded a series of unknown numbers and some coordinate details from that signal.
Yeah, but is it... I'm talking about the one that I think was the robot that we ran into. Is that one still...
Oh, that signal.
Around? Yeah.
That signal is hidden role, is what it is.
Okay.
No, that signal is not around.
Alright. Does the cutie have a map of the area, or is it...
It's got a rudimentary mapping system. I mean, it gives you, you can plot in coordinates for it to try and give you a visual representation of. It's a map of sorts.
Okay. Well, she then takes a look at that other radio signal that is transmitting coordinates.
Yeah, the one that you've been tracking. That's the one I thought you were already talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I wanted to check if the other one perhaps was still around first. You know.
Yeah, more pertinent information.
Yeah. And she tries to work out where those coordinates are that the thing is transmitting.
So, give me a... Do you have mathematics as a skill?
Yes, and I never thought I would have to use it.
Well, today's the day.
I think Leon has used it once.
Because it was a requirement for the engineering skills.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, science +1 then.
Alright.
Because you are specialised in mathematics.
Pass by 5?
Nice. Okie dokie. So, you work out with some considerable, at least you believe, precision. Let me just get my big book of notes. So, the coordinates you've worked out are quite a considerable distance from your position, if your calculations are correct.
And am I then thinking of tens of kilometers or hundreds?
I'm just trying to get an actual detail on that. Hang on. Because you've worked... Like, you've got a good roll on your maths there, so you've clearly worked out... where did I put all my map reference stuff? Fallout map. Map. So... let's go from there to there. How far away is that? Oh, God damn it. Oh, great. Now my fucking thing's fucked up. There we go. That's the one I want. Oh, this is fucking me off now. Oh, here we go. That's what I want. It's, according to your calculations, 100 kilometers away. Oh, no, hang on. Further. 200 kilometers away.
Oof. That is some distance to walk.
Yeah.
But, more impressively, if there's a signal that's supposedly detailing something 200 kilometers away, the first thing that tells you is that's an impressive signal.
Yeah. Also, does that signal, do those coordinates like change Or is it completely static the whole time?
So you tune back to that old signal. It's a little bit weaker today because of the current weather.
Yeah.
But you go back to where it is and fine tune it a little bit and pick it up. Start monitoring its transmission, and the coordinates are sporadic insofar as they don't all measure relevant to that first set of details that you collected. So the old details, the ones you'd recorded long, long ago, are now seemingly nothing to do with the ones you're currently seeing on your current data stream.
I still have the old ones.
Yeah, you kept a note of it. I've got here in my notes that you had a note of some old chords.
Yeah, I did, but I don't know how much storage security had. I mean, she probably would have purged those after a while, if it becomes full.
I don't think you've done enough that you'd have had to do that.
Then they would still be there. In that case, she's gonna have a look at those. At the last ones that she recorded, which is probably was weeks ago or months even.
Yeah, it was months back now.
And have a look and see if she can figure out where those were.
Can you give me a luck check?
Luck check, okay.
A luck check.
That fails by a lot.
Okie dokie. Right, well you can figure out some of the detail, because you're doing good maths. What have you figured out? Where's my goddamn map gone?
There's maps on the table.
No, I need other maps. GM maps. Okay. This signal, the one that you've sort of worked out on, is further away?
Oh, that was even further away.
250 kilometers away?
Okay.
For the coordinates that you've just worked out?
Right. So she's going to leave those alone for now, but he is going to probably will take a bit. If she can even write something that monitors the signals, like all the signals that it receives. It just walks through them and see to see if they recognize the pattern of those coordinates, and if a new one of those pops up, to give her a notification.
You immediately get a notification. If you're looking for alternate different coordinates, that happens nearly immediately.
Yeah, ones that have the same format, the same protocol as those.
Yep.
Okay. Then she's going to look at that and see if she can find out where that is.
Well, I'll continue using your already passed math check. Let me make some notes here, because you're doing a lot of work. So...
Yeah, I would probably want to, Ruby have some fatigue happening, because she's going all into this. She's excited.
Alright, well, take off a fatigue point then, if you're muttling down and getting into it.
Yep. She's excited. She's learning about things.
The next set of coordinates managed to decipher is 242 kilometers away.
That's the one that just popped up.
Yep, that's the one that gave you the immediate...
Okay, and there was only one that just popped up, one new one.
One new one. The others are repeating again with variation, small variations, but very little variation.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, but it's a new signal, I mean, not new coordinates.
No, it's not a new signal. It's new coordinates within that old signal.
Oh, the old one, yeah, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted it to ping me if a new signal appears.
Specifically on a new signal.
Yeah, that also
okay.
transmits coordinates in that fashion, the same protocol. Because then she will be alerted if potentially another one of those robots is nearby.
Can you give me a computer programming role then?
Yes. Oof, that's on it.
On it. Okie doke. Okie doke. Taking a note of that as well.
And then if there's any time left for today.
No, that's going to take up the rest of your day going through all the maths to work out all these various coordinates that you're working on.
That makes sense. I guess then when she's done with that, she goes to bed. Or she goes to Leon first. And, Leon, I might have more information to track down these robots.
Leon is just like looking at the small layer of like dust that's just collected on Ruby's head. It's just like
I don't think it's been that long.
It's like, is that dust on her head? Has she even been moving?
Just sat with her cutie, just tapping
like,
away.
Like, at some point that thing's gonna run out of power. It's just gonna punch right through it. Okay.
Yeah, I think I may have worked out what kind of positioning system they use to navigate and stuff, and it might help us in locating them. And which could be useful if we want to try and see if I can get some information out of them somehow.
You know what?
It's for later, but you know.
Yeah, and like to be honest, I'm kind of more into it because of like the flip side of it. Because if you can tell where they're going, then you can also tell if they're coming towards us.
Yeah,
which would
exactly.
be a good thing.
It will. Yeah. I also made something that notifies me if potentially a new robot pops up on my signals.
Okay.
So we'll know if one's near, if it works well.
Okay.
And I'll continue on refining all that stuff tomorrow probably, but I'm gonna go to bed and I just wanted to update you on things.
Okay, that's cool. I've just been doing this, and he just like just a ta-da motion with his hands, like when you spread them out like towards the cart, and like everything in the entire cart just like neatly packed into it, like just like minusculely. It is like Fallout Tetris he's done with all the stuff.
Ruby looks at it and is a little like, well, if we can get this to work, we may not have to leave, or at least not for as long.
Well, yeah, but someone here really wants to get going, so might as well prepare for it. Also, it's easier to find everything now, so that's a plus. Like Leon has like just conceded the fact that yeah, she's doing stuff that he has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, the thing is, like in parts of the conversation, that Ruby would definitely be like, "Oh yeah, I've triangulated all the coordinates on the spectral," and like just going off into fucking gobbledygook. And Leon's like,
Well, hang on. Leon has mathematics, so he would know what triangulation
He doesn't understand programming, though.
No. Leon works like he can do mathematics in terms of like easily working out
Newtons.
Yeah, Newtons and all that nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah, like he works in like physical forces and like construction and like he like that's the mathematics he can do. Like doing programming, I mean, it's basically like for reals. It's like you explaining something to me. Where it's like I'm like, and in the store, like in my job, it's like, I work in like physical things within my fingers, not programming stuff. So we're basically playing the same. It's just
Fair enough. But Ruby's really excited about it, so you know how
yeah.
that
Well,
goes.
Leon can definitely tell she's like really excited. I'm picturing her like borderline like almost jumping up and down in like Tiny Tina, like excitement's just like
No,
look.
let's not go down that route. The last time any character did Tiny Tina expressions, things got bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Also, while the two nerds of the group are talking, what is the herb nerd?
Are you saying that he's
Sorry.
not a nerd? Like the guy
Like,
that's currently
what if you
big
want
brain?
that?
Well, yeah, well, we're all nerds, and so that's why none of Jack's characters really work because they were nerds. All right, but no, well, yeah.
No, but it's a fair question. What is Vulcan up to whilst all of this?
He's unconscious, I thought.
I don't think you would be unconscious in permanency.
Through the night?
Oh,
I
this
assumed this was
no,
happening
this was
now.
no, this was just the end of the day. Like this was just going on throughout the day because they came back early.
Yeah. Yeah, we came back like what in the afternoon or something.
Yeah, probably only just after lunch.
Yeah.
He's probably been watching them closely, nodding his head, realizing how horrible of an idea that was. Nodding his head.
Yeah, just like
And then
ow.
looking at Frank and then nodding his head and then back.
Are you
like
just basically resting?
I'm resting. I'm trying to get this going without
Okay.
needing to use precious resources.
Can you give me an endurance check then?
No.
Okay. You have not healed naturally.
Awesome.
Where did his heal attempt go?
It didn't.
We retconned it.
Oh.
Yeah, because in character, Vulcan sort of thought, I could probably do something myself. And he was like, with what though? I don't want to use my med kit. So it didn't happen.
Okay. So, can he still walk?
Oh, yeah.
Define walk.
Yeah, let's
No,
discuss what
You would
ambulation.
need to put him in the cart if you were going to move us. Like, because I have to do will checks just to move.
Okay.
Like, he is proper injured.
And not only will checks, like cripplingly bad will checks.
Yeah, at -5. So I have to roll a 4 to succeed.
Ugh. Okay. Well, Ruby wouldn't have noticed any of that the last afternoon.
Most certainly would have noticed him just like hollering in pain.
Yeah, but I don't know if she would have had ears for it really or responded to it.
Wow.
Zero empathy.
Yeah.
No,
fair
that's
enough.
just
No.
how focused she was busy with the things.
Ear-shattering screams are pretty attention-grabbing. I refuse to believe that she
Yeah, I mean, you're not
him.
utterly...
Okay.
So yeah, you would
Yeah.
be aware of old man in pain. And also, you are curious, so it would register on
The
your
sobbing
curiosity.
noises. What is sobbing? Who's crying like a bitch?
So your
just-
curiosity would have definitely been like, what the hell is up with that guy?
Well, then we might have to do another piece that happened as well. Because she would have walked over and like, what's going on with you?
You would have explained, like, oh, I was trying to dig that damn trench and I forgot that I'm, like, ancient and threw my back out. So now I'm stuck here on the ground.
Okay, and so you can't move or anything. That's how bad it is. I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah,
scream,
no.
but
Have you ever thrown? Oh, of course you haven't. You're like a child. Yeah, well, when you get to be my age and you throw your back out, you don't move at all. I could try to fix it, but it would take up stuff that we really need if someone gets a hole in them. So, because this was my stupidity, I'm going to let this just heal on its own, maybe with some help from the ganja.
And there's nothing me and Leon can do to help you?
Unless you want to waste a bandage. And I don't.
One bandage.
Yeah, bandages are precious, though. They're
Well,
used for bullet holes.
Can Leon hear this? Just wondering.
I mean, it's an ongoing conversation that's happening, at sometime in the afternoon. So, up to you. Are you packing the cart, or are you earwigging on what these guys are chatting?
No. Well, Leon's not like fully focused. Pilot helmet fixing, like packing the cart. So he just hears that Vulcan needs a bandage and just takes one off and just chucks it at him. Here you go.
I can definitely tell that he was a mislikely listener. These plug holes.
And you fix people. I'm sorry, but you have more uses in one. There's more uses in you in one than in one bandage. Use it.
But we can't make more. Actually, that's what the sheets were going to be for.
Yeah, we still have those.
Yeah, we need to cut the sheets up.
Yeah.
And you do have a working water still, which boils water.
It is pure water. It is like legit pure water.
We also have blankets.
Mm-hmm. Not your blankie. Sorry.
No, it's Frank's blanket. We have to leave that for him, and he just kind of throws it over this small pebble. There you go, buddy, and he tucks it in.
As Leon says, you shouldn't be laying around here, in pain.
I just realized I am missing it from my inventory. I know I had 2 bandages.
Everyone except Vulcan had bandages.
Because you gave them out.
And I haven't used any of them.
I have 2 as well.
It just...
Because we were all trained in first aid, and I'm like, okay, here's your graduation thing.
Yeah, I know.
Now you know how to use it.
I think it was on my my character sheet. So I'm guessing when we moved it,
it might not have transposed. Just to add a couple, I know for a fact that Vulcan gave out bandages, so you're not going to be cheating by putting bandages on your sheet.
Yeah, I'm just adding them then now. Quickly saving that.
Back to the RP. Yeah, you can't just be, laying around here in pain. So how can we help you with this?
I can do it myself. I just don't want to. I don't want to use our resources unless we can guarantee to redo them. How about this? I'll tell you all how to do bandages properly, and then I'll fix myself. But we have to turn those sheets into bandages.
Or don't they sell these in, the town over there?
Bad.
Yeah, bad.
Could be. Depends on if there's a new trader there, because otherwise it's their own like hospital thing, and those things will be expensive. Like highly expensive. But well, Vulcan, you have a sewing kit. You have doctor, like you know how to do this stuff. I have bed sheets. If you just use that one bandage to fix yourself, then you can make a ton of bandages out of these bed sheets. Or I will pick you up again and move you again, like low-key threatening him with pain.
I'll poison your food.
We'll never know.
Leon smirks and just says that, well, let's call it even then. Just heal yourself.
All right.
Physician,
Yeah.
heal thyself.
Yeah, exactly. You're a doctor.
Nope.
You can't be sick.
Was that the will check?
That was the will check.
Yeah, I figured it would be. In which case, yeah, take a fatigue off because you begin straining the moment you begin moving around.
He's just like, a little poo comes out. It's not a great day.
You can continue the effort if you would like and complete the action, as you've paid the piper.
Off we go. No.
What?
Where?
Hang on. I thought you said you could do it yourself.
Hang on.
I can't do it myself.
First aid is 14. Physician is 3. Yeah, that's
a
fine.
pass.
Wait, no, that's a pass by 3.
Yeah, that's a pass, buddy.
Okay, fair enough.
In which
I just
case,
saw 14, I'm like, no.
yeah, it was a high roll, but
Yeah.
you are good. So,
Yeah. You fucking.
in which case, you use the bandage that Leon had thrown at you, and you have removed bad back and gained 1 level of bandaged.
Yay. All right. Now he's going to take the sheets and
Nearly.
and then just strip them and turn them. One of them, because there's 2, right?
Yes.
There are
There's
2
one,
sheets.
One bed sheet and 1 blanket.
Okay, the sheets
Yeah, I
is
have.
being turned into.
Oh, you still have those?
Yeah, I still have those.
Okay, sorry.
No worries.
In which case, you have 3 sheets.
One of those, yeah, one
We
of
can
those
probably
sheets.
keep a few though.
Yeah.
I've
Well.
already started cutting into the other one.
Yeah. So how, Frosty? How many sheets are you? Is Vulcan using?
Just one.
Just
Use the one for now. I want to, as efficiently as possible, as long as possible, try to cut these sheets methodically.
So, Amelia, I'm just removing it off mine.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So I might as well see if I can like slowly just drain my my inventory down, so we don't have like too many separate.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like a proper sheet, by the way?
It's a bed sheet.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the fact it's a bit
whole-
old and stained, it's a sheet.
Yeah, it's white-ish. I was told.
He begins the process.
All right, well,
He snaps.
can you give me a... I'm not going to be too harsh here, but what can I use?
It would have to be Dex. But this is related to healing. Therefore,
It is related to healing, yes.
and first aid,
Hang on.
essentially.
Does he start doing that as soon as he is done bandaging?
Oh,
them?
yeah, I mean, in terms of a mechanic, the thing it says on his card, until healed, and so after healing, he, is right as rain and moves around like a spring bunny.
Superman right now.
How long does it take for him to heal himself?
We worked it out, it was like 40 minutes I worked it out to be.
Yeah, because I was going to take proper time.
Yeah, then Ruby would have gone back to her.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah,
Why is he doing this? Because he's trying to tear up sheets, right?
I'm trying to bandage them. So strips. Cut
Yeah,
it.
you're making strips out of them.
Yeah, essentially.
Right.
Why are you doing this?
Where there's room.
Does Ruby notice
I'm
that he's
not.
trying to tear those things?
Guessing he's not being stealthy about it.
Yeah,
She
you
is,
just
yeah.
hear.
Okay. Well, I guess she's too busy, probably.
Yeah, you'll
Never
be
mind.
deep in code at the time.
Rich.
Hello.
Just because while you were away, Frosty was saying that Vulcan was trying to drink tea with a makeshift straw that was his pipe that didn't work. And Leon, noticing this, quickly fashioned him something that would work as a proper straw. So he kinda now has a straw. to drink
Okay,
from.
yeah, you can build a straw. I'm not going to do it, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was just like what is he? Is he really? Okay. Snip, snap, straw. Here, use this.
Okie dokie. So, back to the sheet tearing.
Yes.
I would like from Mr. Frosty the following things. A roll against your first aid for doing medical stuff, and you can have your physician on top of that for what it's worth.
A decent amount. 7 under.
Okay. A roll against your repair, as you're repairing the sheets.
Right on.
Nice. Okay, and a roll finally against chemistry, as you use the boiling still to. So
chemistry was science.
Science with +3.
So 2 under.
Cool. In which case, you have managed to get. How many sheets did you tear up?
1.
You tore up 1 sheet. You've managed to get 11 bandages.
They're in a little pyramid.
Yeah, I mean, you're taking time to like douse them in the boiling still, and you're cleaning them out and hanging them properly so that they don't touch anything, and making sure that you're doing it as within the confines of the grubby warehouse that you live in, as sterile as possible. And eventually, yeah, you have 11 bandages. And that will consume the rest of your working day, as it were, whilst Amelia is doing whatever Ruby was up to, and Mim is filling a cart with Leon. So that concludeth the day.
Yeah.
Oh, note down that you've got 11 bandages. Yeah, so.
I do.
Cool. With that, I'm going to call it because it's fucking late.
Yeah. I'm sorry again because we started.
No. I genuinely, I was going to kill the game at normal time, but I just lost track of time. There was shit going on. I was like, this is cool.
We was busy.
Yeah, like I even wrote to Frosty on Steam
about the role playing. Yeah.
Yeah, like what I wrote to him saying that I have to say the amount of RP we are having is just insane compared to just a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is much more organic now.
Yeah,
and the whole reasoning behind him going out and digging the trench was he had an idea. Is like how I roleplayed that.
And can I just thank you for honestly pointing out your disadvantage, because I'd forgotten about it, and you're like, oh, bad back.
It's like, wait a minute, there's something. He's old. Yeah, there's something.
And this is like the first time we've actually seen Vulcan's age be a legit.
Well, the thing is, he's brought it up several times, and he has avoided doing several things because of it, and it was interesting because this time it genuinely felt like an old man that kind of had forgotten that he's old and just like decided to go and dig a hole, and it's just like, ah. So it seemed just so perfectly like, yeah, this is how the world works.
Fluid, like, especially like he was sitting there pensively thinking, and he was thinking about like helping with the power here, and I go and dig a yes, this will be good, and just legit.
Yeah,
there and just talked.
That was a nice little event, and happened because of stuff. So cool.
As is the way.
As is the way, yeah. But yeah, it's it's just like everything just feels so much more fun. Also, one of the things I really loved, I don't know why it started happening, but I love the fact that Ruby was actually actively using that hairbrush.
Oh yeah.
I like the fact that Ruby she gets up in the morning, like the world is just shit, and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna brush my fucking hair. Just like,
yeah, no, I was just thinking that's really cool thing that that it's not like, oh, I'm just assuming that she would use, but like Amelia actually says that she gets up and starts combing her hair. It's actually a thing that she's telling that she's doing. It's not like an assumption that she's doing, which
Well,
I
the
find really
first
cool.
time she did that, it would have probably taken like an hour or so to
yeah,
do
just
so
like.
if she wanted to get it proper.
Yeah, I was kind of baiting Rich into having you roll luck so you did, in case you broke it.
No.
Mine
It's...
was like Dex to get it through the knots.
roll your sneak to see if you can sneak up on the knots.
Yeah, but then the next day it should have been like
Yeah, much
quick and
easier.
easy, and now her hair looks proper.
Well, I can say as a father of a girl who has very long hair, not brushing her hair for like 2 days really fucks it up.
Well, Ruby's in the
Yeah.
bench for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyone want to give out cool awards for people that did cool things in the session?
I got to go with Ruby on that one. Just because I could see her face as she was describing all these things to Leon, like just wide-eyed, like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah,
Yeah. Picture
so
for those who've seen Frozen, picture how Anna is talking to Hans about all these things. Like he's like paying attention and like trying to like keep up with her, having no idea what she's saying. Like, okay, yeah, okay, that's fine. Also, I have to go with I would nominate Frosty because
the stubbornness.
no, not the stubbornness, just him having the idea of just like, oh, I need to have a light bulb at the back of my head for a pun, and just gets up, picks up a pickaxe, and walks out. Just like Impact realizes I'm old.
I'm old.
Again, I would like to me again like if, but yeah, also like Ruby, like just everybody just more RP stuff.
Kind of also Leon because he's of the way his fear of Quinn and doing stuff around him.
I think we need to come up with a different way of doing it because the RP is getting to the point where it's too hard to pick somebody as we're doing it.
Because we're all like getting into the character.
Yeah, we're starting to find them.
Yeah, the minutiae of them.
So I have no idea. Everyone's performance was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. Also, the interaction with Quinn is just because Ruby's completely confused because she doesn't, see Quinn as a threat at all.
No, like she just tells Quinn to do things, he does them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, and the thing is like for Leon, like he totally understands, like it's a robot. It's a big like it punch it hard enough and it breaks. But it's just like they keep talking about him like, and like he does say stuff, but so should he ask permission? Like he doesn't really understand. Like, can he understand?
I don't know actually how advanced that AI is.
Well, I can tell you.
Treats him like a person, really.
Just
talks to him.
He
it's like,
has.
It's like that kind of like for a person that doesn't know, it's kind of that uncanny valley of like, is it actually?
Yeah. Does he know what's going on?
Yeah, but he doesn't have like he basically he would be a conscious being trapped inside of something. Like he's trapped in his own body, which is to me still like the most horrible. Like that is my worst nightmare because I saw it in my grandmother. Like she was like sharp, but she was old. Like she died at 92. Like she was old, but she was just trapped in her own body. And she's like, ugh. To me, that's the most horrible thought.
But then you'd also get Ruby, who has basically grown up in a group of people that have robots all over the place and at that factory, and she doesn't understand that people don't understand robots very well.
Yeah, exactly.
So she wouldn't tell you anything about how to interact with him because she assumes that you know.
Yeah, so like to her, like robots is the same as what hammer and nails is to Leon. It's like
Yeah.
it's a constant. Yeah, okay, I'm simplifying it, but give me some leeway. But it's a constant thing. It's just a thing that you're comfortable with. And for Leon, big fucking robot with a chainsaw and a Gatling laser gun.
Not a Gatling laser gun.
Well, I
might as
mean,
well be.
its effect might as well be. I mean, you did basically cut a guy in half once with it. Like,
Yeah.
you hit
But
him
that was
so
Ruby's
hard.
pistol, wasn't it?
No, that was Quinn got a shot on someone. You rolled like a nat crit or something, and you basically fucking creamed the guy.
Yeah. So, and Leon has been seeing what
It was a
Quinn
while
can
back.
do, like grown people, like. So it's just like, yeah. Well, if I have to ask permission, I will. Like, the fucking death robot.
Wait, I am kind of curious about his AI though, because well, Ruby would know that, but I don't.
It's in that book.
Yeah, I've got the details open at the moment. So, Quinn was built with a small, I believe, a small basic AI. So he's got tiny amounts of space in his computer, and he can basically run his AI, and I think the max you can have is maybe 4 other programs.
I thought it was 1, and I added a bank that added.
Oh, did you add a
5.
bank?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, data bank actually. Yep. Oh yeah, in which case, yeah. So that's storing the other program. Oh, good
He
stuff.
has 1 for his gun and 1 for his arm.
Yeah. He has basic sensors and a basic communicator. So his brain is small brain is not
Pretty
good.
flowers.
Is pretty flowers.
Yeah, but I kind of wonder how much self.
Well, where's the robots book? Because it says in there about
officially, he has not.
No, he doesn't understand self. That's for sure.
Yeah, but how much self-control does he have? Like, does he do things out of his own?
I don't believe he has any autonomy.
Nothing. Okay.
Unless he's. Yeah, so like you've said, where you have basic programs that he will follow you and he will protect you. So these are things that you've programmed into him that he will do as set things.
Mm-hmm.
But for instance, Leon couldn't go up to Quinn and say, "Hey, Quinn, can you mix me a margarita?" Because Quinn would just be like, "What the fuck's a margarita?" Also, what's mixing? Like, the levels of displaced intelligence are ridiculous. He doesn't know how.
Would it actually trigger something with him if someone tried to talk to him?
He has a basic communicator, so he'll have rudimentary response algorithms. But those are like, so where I've been joking around with like the pretty flowers and things like that, those would be things that at some point back in the day Ruby had added as like joke lines of code or something.
So, but would he be able to respond if you were to ask him like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, if you ask him a question and say, "What are you doing?" and it might be a ridiculously stupid answer, it might be like, standing here, because he doesn't have a greater concept of world cognizance, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but then he would probably just say his current orders, which would be defend Ruby or something.
Yeah, just like awaiting command from Ruby or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but that does mean that he can recognize questions from humans.
Yeah, he has basic communicating things that you put into him. He has.
So I guess I would also be able to possibly program something to where if that happens and he doesn't understand the question, that he forwards it to Ruby.
You could have that, as long as he's in.
Something to think about anyway. But something would have to come up to trigger that Ruby would think about that and want to make that, and that's not happened.
Yeah, well, that's.
Mine though that Vulcan regularly has talks with Quinn, like just expecting him to say something back.
Occasionally, you might even get an answer, just like.
Yeah. Okay, but now I have a bit more of a grasp of what he.
Oh, he's a puppet.
Does.
He's a puppet that you can command.
Fair enough. Well, I guess he's basically just a combat AI or something. Yeah.
In fact, unless, and I know for a fact that you haven't added this, but unless you go to great lengths to add it, he has the trait cannot learn. So, outside of you actually programming things, no matter how many times Leon tells him how to swing a hammer, he will never understand how to swing a hammer. Yeah, I mean, Frosty's got the robot design doc thing, and the brains section is on
at the very beginning,
page 9.
Yeah, it goes over the process for building, then it goes into the brains.
Yeah, it just gives you a little bit of information about the brains now. And he has a small brain. Well, a small computer, rather, which gives him a limited capacity for his programming.
Yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, the way Leon interacts with Quinn is fun. That's where we started with all this, I think.
Well, it's more Leon that's just like, well, no, I guess Vulcan just talks to him. Like,
well, for some of the time, I'm pretty sure Vulcan talks to Quinn, and then just in his mind's eye is just imagining a conversation, and it's probably riveting.
Between him, Quinn, and Frank.
Yeah.
Well, I do have to say, sadly, that before I went off to work, I think Vulcan actually had more like normal conversations more than I had in real life for like 2 months.
So where's the bit about AIs? Yes, is it? Extra ROM slots, so you've added one of those so you can have his program. Chapter 2, Brains and Programs. That's what I need. Brains and Programs.
There was one thing I had to do. Already did it. Never mind.
Anyway, thank you all for playing. It was a thoroughly enjoyable session. Weird as well,
Thank you for hosting.
I also, well, I made some more drawings, but just more in Viking style. Yeah.
Okay.